Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are here for the second game of the Rugby Championship, round 5. We are in at the moment. We just saw a game go down to the wire between the All Blacks and the Springboks, and in the end, I feel bad for saying the result just in case you guys haven't seen it, so maybe I shouldn't at this stage, but I assume the chat will say it in a very short moment, but very close game, 19 points to 17 in the end, and now the Wallabies, they have got the opportunity of, if they win this game up against the Pumas, they will be in second place on the Rugby Championship table. We have got, in the chat, we have got Renee, also viral TikTok trends, also there, Aiden and Hurricane, KG, Luca, Quake Girl, David, and also we have got Steve Smith once again, and Emily in here for this live stream. Do let me know who you guys think is going to win this game. I know last year there were 2 draws. It was a very close competition in that regard between those two sides, Argentina and Australia, but this year I feel like it could be a little bit different. My mum, she was talking to me a little bit earlier on. She may even come on for a little bit of a pre-match chat if that is something you guys are keen for, although she did say that she wants to see someone put a donation in so that we can have her on this live stream. We have got there. Congratulations on the victory, mate. Was a tight game. Box at least came out to make the ABs work instead of a run over, as well, says Achilles. And also welcome back. I hope you oiled the vocal cords. I had a drink of water, so I'm ready to go now. I'm excited for this one. And at the end of the day, it should be a very entertaining matchup between the Wallabies and also the Pumas. They are a side they haven't been able to get a point yet on the Rugby Championship table, but they will be hoping to soon, the Pumas. So, well, look, this is the table before the last match. The All Blacks now sitting on 24 points. The Springboks going to be sitting on 11, as they did finish 7 or less behind. And then Australia are sitting on 9, Argentina sitting on 0. So they will be hoping to get their first point of this competition. In Argentina now will be hoping to get their third in a row. Kiwi Mum pre-match chat as well, says Katie Dixon. And also we've got there, how's everybody doing, says Eve Vogel. And hopefully everyone is doing very well indeed, because we are about to get to see another game of action. I feel like it could be a close one as well, but there is that always chance of the Wallabies being able to run away with it, so we will have to wait and see whether or not that will be the case. We have got there, who do you got up the Wallabies as well, said Ed Vogel, and also we have got there, I would love if your mum made an appearance as well, and how is your drink and soup, Hamish, as well, says Andy Watts. I didn't quite get the soup and didn't quite have enough time in between, but I did end up having a drink in between, a nice little glass of water, just to keep the voice going for this match that is going to be taking place at the same location. It looks like the turf is really roughed up at the moment, if I'm not wrong there. I hope Argentina wins as well, says Achilles. And of course that will be because you are, of course, a South African. And if Argentina win, that would mean that South Africa will still be above Australia on the table as well. And in that regard, what's the score margin? Any guess, says Ed Vogel. I'm going to say the Wallabies by 10. I want to say Wallabies by 10. As my prediction, but I don't think I can name a score exactly at the moment. I think I'm actually, tell you what, I might go 29-24. It was my score prediction for the All Blacks taking on the Springboks, but we'll just transfer it straight over, and we'll say that that is going to be the prediction in that regard as well. Do you guys want to see my mum on a little bit of a pre-match interview? My money is on the Argies as well, says Quake Girl, and also we have got there, come on Argentina, we can, or you can beat the Wallabies, and a true Hamish says Achilles and Argentina by 8. Says Andy as well, and hopefully we are all running smoothly. Hello, Katie, my sister, says Achilles and Wallabies all the way, says Viniana. And also for Australians, you can now watch the game on Channel 9 or 9 Now. That is indeed the fact. If you've got a VPN and you can change it to the location of Australia, you'll be able to watch this game for free, which is absolutely awesome. Hi, Mum, as well, says Andy Watson. Also, who's going to score the first try on Argies by Biffo? Tell you what we will do is we'll do a bit of a shuffle. I've got a little bit of a mess in my kind of corner, I guess you could say here. We'll have to ditch Kieran. We'll have to get rid of Kieran, unfortunately for him. We'll just tilt him over that way. And we'll pull up a chair for Mum. Hello. Camera Shy, welcome into the live stream. What I will do quickly is I will switch us to our other microphone so that they can hear you as well. Yeah. Are you excited? Does it feel weird? It feels very weird, doesn't it? Why is your son wearing a suit in the lounge? You know? He does it every week. What's he doing? Yeah. No, one moment, we will go audio, we will change this one over, and we will go to this one. And now all of a sudden, maybe, I'll just quickly have a look and see if we are still going to be running smoothly. There we go, we got both of our audio. We will move this microphone over to this side. There we go. We can now hear you.
How's it going?
Yeah, good. Yeah, good. How'd you think of that match? Well, what did you think of that match as well? We got everyone saying hi to you in the chat as well.
I don't talk as fast as he does.
Not many do they?
No.
Unfortunately.
You've obviously got quicker.
We have got there as well. We've got hello, Mum, as well from Lake Show. And we have got there, come on, Argentina, says to by Tom, Mum's view of the ref.
Nah.
No?
Don't go there. I'll start swearing.
Start swearing on the PG channel, of course.
Yes,
at Kiwi
and
Mum.
I don't want you to get
Yeah.
psyched already.
Don't worry, it's all right. George swears all the time.
Yeah, I know George does, but I'm a bit older than George, so I
Hmm.
shouldn't.
Oh, we've got come on, look alive. That's from my dad. Jack, do you want to come in as well? Dad, if you like, we have a whole family affair for this one.
Yeah,
We've got the
Dad
mum.
talks more than I
Are
do.
you a big All Black supporter as well? Says Achilles, and also g'day mum. Says Eliumi as well, and also we have got there in the chat Cotton Betty to score a try and Australia to win is a big prediction there.
Yes, All Black supporter, New Zealander. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy watching a bit of the All Blacks, don't you?
What's this? Is your son a failure?
That's Luke. He likes to troll.
Does he?
Yeah.
Do I need to
No,
reply to that?
don't, don't tell him off. It's all good. We're all good here. Mum, what's for dinner as well? Says Johnny.
Whatever you cook yourself. Saturday night, been out.
I'm normally chicken and rice. All
Yeah.
things nice, aren't I?
Yeah, and you
Just
did
plain
that
and
yourself.
simple. At about 12. And I do as well. And we have got there. Hi, Kiwi Lads Mum. It was an amazing game as well, says Brandon. Also, we have got there in the chat, yay from Quaco and Homer as well from Jury. And also, we have got all good in the chat having a beer with Johnny as well, says Craig. In the chat there, we have got their mum from the mainland as well, says Brent. And also, we have got their Connor Betty just got a try.
Mainland. Where is the mainland? South Island or?
I guess so. Maybe.
No, mainland.
Mainland.
South Island.
Is it?
Yes, definitely.
Good. Tell him off, Mum. So this quite good. Also, Mum is Hamish adopted. I can't remember having a brother, Mum. As well, says Achilles. It's an interesting situation.
Well, bring his father and you'll
No.
realise he's not adopted.
Your son's a great commentator, says Andy Watts as well. And also, we have got there, your mum's a legend. And also, we have got there, you have a great relationship with Mum that shows you are a very traditional person as well. Says Coach I Fang. And hello, Mum from South Africa. Taught me well.
How's it going?
I'm wondering, because I feel like a suit in the lounge is a weird touch, isn't it?
A suit on you is a weird touch.
Because it's almost become like I never used to wear pants, so I was going to say, but I feel like I need to clarify a little bit more. I never used to wear pants, but instead I wore shorts. But then when I got my job, I had to wear pants as like a compulsory thing.
Yeah.
But now it's almost like the suits become a compulsory thing for big matches, for special occasions. You know, and a blow up doll in the lounge as well. I've got there. It was incredibly nerve wracking, and is Hamish naughty sometimes? Says Romantis. No,
Sorry.
it's not. I'm a bit of a bad boy.
No, you're not.
I break all the rules. You know, when probably some stage. We've got there. Want to be a mum? Says great. Also, Kiwi Mum. We love your son. Like we love the air that fills our lungs. Wrote you a poem as well. Says Katie Dixon, and also we have got there. Hi, Mummy, as well in the chat from Kellen. Also, I'm so sorry to not have been here for the All Blacks game I was watching on the TV. You look sharp. Keep the suit as well. Says Quake Girl, and also he's a good boy. And Kiwi Mum, chuck us a bank as well, or chuck us a bark. It's from Smithy Toilet.
I don't know what that means.
No, neither do I. I think it's like that. Is it like a roof? Is it? I think it's for the Bulldogs, maybe in the NRL. No, maybe not. I'm not too sure. That means does your son pay the bills as well? Says like I try my best, you know, a little bit here and there. So because I do use the lounge a lot of the time.
Yeah, we're in the kitchen. Yep.
Yeah, they are. We've got sorry, Samus didn't make it to the stream as well. Says Smithy Toilet. No worries, mate. Hopefully you did enjoy that game though. In that regard, and did your mum get used to?
Smith. Which one's the other fella?
Which one? Johnny Blaze or?
Oh yeah, g'day Johnny Blaze, but
Smithy Toilet.
no, the other one.
The other one. David?
Steve Smith.
Steve Smith. And does Hamish do his
It's not
chores?
the Steve Smith though, is it?
No, it's a different Steve Smith.
Different Steve
In
Smith.
that regard, we have got OMG. Hey, Hamish's mum won't say your name for prosy as well. Says Isaac. Isaac's in the chat as well.
G'day Isaac, how's it going?
Yeah.
Yeah, we know who Isaac is.
Yeah, we do. Isaac, he did all the animations and whatnot for the last live stream.
He has done well, yes.
Okay.
He's like what is called a third son?
Third son. Wait, who's our second son?
Who knows?
Okay. Fair enough. It's Steve. Oh, there's Steve.
Holy shit. Sorry.
You
Supposed to say that.
want to read this one out from Steve?
I can only sort of see half of it.
Wait, I'll move that for you.
Yeah. Being half Australian living in Australia, hoping for Australia win, my soft spot for rugby comes growing up in Scotland and supporting the national team. Going to be a roller coaster of emotions in autumn internationals. Here's to a great game, Hamish. Yeah. Here's to a great game, Steve. And thank you very much for supporting my son.
Thank you, Steve. That was that shot out of nowhere, didn't it? The bright red scares you sometimes
It does,
because
doesn't it?
it's boom straight up on the screen as well.
And I haven't got my glasses on, so I can only read that.
And Mum, please stay tuned. As he believe? Please, as well as South Fest, and also we have got Mean Bro from Ray Matters and Bill's Paid as well, says Ian. That is true indeed, mate. That's lovely, says Great Girl and Kitching. Says David as well. Does your mum have a favourite Springboks player, mate?
Probably from way back.
Way back?
Who was the flanker?
Oh, tell you what, you're testing. Tell you what, Smithy Toilet, mate.
Yes, he'll know.
He'll know. He knows everything about the old rugby. And also we have got your son as a legend, mum, as well, says Narimu. And also we have got there, surely that money goes to mum. It probably does in the end. In some regards, I guess you could say.
I'll get it somehow.
Renting out the lounge. And we have it's got there from Smithy Toilet, do you spank your sonus? But
that's illegal in New Zealand.
Is it?
You're not allowed to. You can go. Well,
a nice little pat as well. And Steve Smith, you're a real beauty, mate. He is indeed, Steve. He always is supporting the channel, that is for sure. And he's just, that one is a big one as well from South Africa. I can feel feel your love from here, mum, as well, says Festo. So Festo, and also Hamish's mum is a sweetheart. She's a good sport, as well, says Achilles.
Normally
when
Yeah, have a few more beers and I'll probably start swearing again.
But just swear away Hamish's mum as well, says
George.
George knows the rules, doesn't he? But he loves to break them as well.
He does.
And there we go. Your son stole my man and won't give him back as well. Can you tell him to give my man back as well, says Immortals? Not too sure who his man is, but I'm sure is it Kieran?
Johnny Blaze.
Oh, don't know. Is it Kieran? Maybe I stole Kieran. And also we have got their clip on the bounce. As well says Ian Curtis, and also we have got there. It's only if you get caught. As well says Lumiere, and also of this game held simultaneously in the minds of different people. Says Andrew, and also we have got there Hamish loves as well says George, and also your son's got a girlfriend. She's a sevens player for Australia as well.
Okay, what's her name?
Charlotte Keslick is the one that they're referring to.
Okay, has she been contacting you?
No. Do you want to see a picture of her?
Okay, why not?
I don't know how I've ended up in this situation as well. Do you play rugby, says John? I used to, didn't I?
You
right
did.
Back in the day.
Yeah, but then you were a pretty good football player because I coached him.
Because I sat out on the wing, didn't I, for the rugby?
For the rugby,
didn't touch the ball. Yeah. But I became a goalie. Yeah. Still wanted to dive around.
Yeah, but you were pretty good at soccer. You had a pretty good soccer brain.
Right, I found her. I'm hoping her last picture isn't too bad. There it is.
So does she know you're her boyfriend?
No, she doesn't. She's married, I believe.
Okay, so another one. Yeah, find another one for him.
You got the, do you still punish your son by taking his phone and computer? Tell you what, if she took my phone and computer, I would have nothing to do.
Yeah, he's 21. What are you supposed to do?
I was got there. Ask your son, get a girlfriend and a wife soon as well, says Coach Ifang.
Okay, any suggestions?
Yep. Any kind of offers, I guess you could say, on the table? We also got there, hey, Amish's mum, you're a great, good sport and better looking than George, as well, says David. And also, we got from George, he was not too happy, David, stop hitting on Hamish's mum as well. But Skulk the Beast, Skulk Burger, was it? Skulk Burger?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yep.
That is the one. See,
that is him.
At this time of night, your mind goes blank.
That is true.
Yeah.
But somehow, like, are you going to be up? You'll probably be up at the time of the last game that we're going to be covering. 7:45 is when that one kicks off.
No, I'm not there.
No, but the game finished 9:45.
Sunday.
It's Sunday, you know.
We've got a holiday on Mondays, Sundays. Sleeping.
That is true. Yeah. That is true, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Must be hard.
It doesn't worry you, though, does it?
No, because I sleep during the sun time.
Yeah.
That must be hard to remember all the players' names. It is indeed, definitely because I have only been following kind of the rugby for the last couple of years, to be fair. So it's very tough to be able to learn all of the new current players, including also trying to look back through the kind of record books and seeing all of those older guys as well, because some of those guys are pretty very good, yes, apparently.
And that's the era I used to watch.
And you brought a dashingly handsome man into this world, Hamish's mum. I prevent my missus from watching his content in fear, says Lex Axel.
Wow.
Hey, well, that is a big compliment, although I think the haircut might be on the cards. What do you think of the mustache?
Who's asked that?
No one. I'm just that's me.
Yeah, no, it suits you. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't mind the goatee and the mustache.
What do you think about this?
Needs cut.
Yeah. We've got there. You totally agree. Far better than George as well. And was he a cat? Or is that why he quit rugby? No, it was pretty much. We had a first five and a scrum half, and I played a whole 2 seasons of rugby. Touched the ball out on the wing twice because they were the coach's sons, and they thought that passing wasn't necessary in rugby. So they're going to the breakdown. We didn't even win every game, did we?
No, the The coach thought they were the All Black coaches. Yeah.
So they pretty much just play them and just keep on going with those same two. So out on the wing, Hamish, who was all about 5 foot, maybe, if I was lucky.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Back in the day, pretty small. A little child I was. But yeah, didn't touch the ball there, unfortunately. And we also got there, your son's going to box 2 cents as well, says Smithy Toilet.
No, I don't think so.
No?
No.
Because he'd win?
No, I don't.
He's got the reach.
I don't believe in violence.
Good answer. We've got are you an auctioneer, says Alumi? Maybe in the future could give myself a job there as well. And also, how did you get into commentary as a question? I guess it just came from, I watched a game of rugby on the channel. Our first ever one was the Mitre 10 Cup between, I think it was Auckland and Canterbury. And I just kind of ended up going from playing Rugby Challenge to deciding, you know what, I'll talk through the games at the same time. And then it kind of grew from there. Now we're about 130 live streams in for international and kind of premiership and all sort of rugby games as well. His eyebrows, mum, off they come as well. No, thank you. I like to keep these ones for a bit longer.
It's a family trend.
Is that what eyebrows skin shaved off?
No, big eyebrows.
Big eyebrows.
Yeah.
I've also got there.
Ask your Uncle Russell. Are you watching Russell?
He will not be watching, but he'll love that interview with Norm Maxwell, won't he? And also we have got there, and the back in the day, how old are you as well? Says Ian Curtis, I am 21. And then it's just in regards of being able to watch those games from the 1990s and everything, maybe even before I was born in that regard, and just getting to see all of the old stuff that used to happen. The game's evolved so much in such a short amount of time. We've got seriously commentary. Hamish, you're a commentary freak as well. Direct short circuit between brain and mouth as well. And get Hamish's dad on the beers and get him on here as well, says George.
Right.
And the chat, we have also got there. Can he shave his eyebrows, mum? As well, says Luke. Nah, we're all good here, I think. And good stuff, thanks. You're brilliant at it as well, says Quite Girl. And also we have got there more colourful suits. Do you think maybe the suit budget will have to be extended?
That's
Get
your
myself
decision, not mine.
I got another tie, but it takes a while to tie it up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I could wear the Argentinian tie, but last time I wore the Argentinian tie, they didn't score a single point. So maybe I should just keep this one for now, as it did jinx them big time. They're actually talking. Do you know who that is?
No.
Or not the man in the studio, the man who they were just talking to?
Are they going to go back to him?
No. Sadly, it was Andy Muirhead. You know him?
No.
He's good.
Is he?
He's all right down the wing. We've got there coming Hamish. You want some eyebrows as well, says Katie Dixon. And also, you have no right to say back in the day as well, says Ian Curtis. I mean, I'm referring to the factor of back in the day, not back in my day. My day was yesterday. You know, I've hardly been on this planet for too long. But back in the day, as in 1990s rugby, even if there was, I believe they wouldn't have match footage. What would be the earliest game of All Blacks versus Springboks that they'd have out there? When did they bring in the television kind of coverage?
I don't know.
I'm asking all the hard questions.
Jesus. Just an easy one.
Throwing you on the spot. You know that man who's floating in the sky at the moment?
It's 10 to 10 at night.
It is indeed. Teniela Tupou, a big man. Tongan Thor.
Is he the one that had the good game last week?
Yeah, he's the no-look pass. They're going to show it up on the screen here for his try as well. We have got there the voice of New Zealand rugby, Grant and Hamish from the Kiwi lads as well, and shave them off on one side, life on the other as well, says Steve Smith. And have a quick barbecue in the living room before kickoff as well, says live starts.
Someone's asked, can Hamish get drunk for us, Mum? He doesn't drink.
Don't drink on live stream anyway. You know, you can't end up in that situation of like my voice can't even go quick enough on water.
In the lounge.
Yeah, keen.
We'll
We'll put one up somewhere. We've got there. I once met Hamish's father back when we were in school, says Achilles. I highly doubt that, depending on where you went to school, mate. We'll have to wait and see. Well, we have got there, Mum, you raised a future commentator of New Zealand rugby, says Tesla. And also we have got the, I think Hamish should get on the beers as well. And Hamish got a keg hiding behind that suit. Go on, you lad. And also need Kieran in the middle. Hamish needs Hamish. He's hiding off to the side as well. That is true. Kieran is kind of lurking at the moment, isn't he? Are you going to be joining us for the actual live commentary?
Oh, probably not, because I'd start swearing. It frustrates me too much, this rugby at the moment.
Yeah, we got there. Get the treadmill working, Hamish, as well. It's actually going to be moved very soon, isn't it?
It will be, yes.
We have got there. I'm 40. Do you allow old people on your channel? I allow everyone on our channel. We've got about 5 female viewers. My mum being one of them as well.
I'm over
in that
40,
regard.
If it's any consolation.
Yeah, you don't look it though.
I know.
We have got there. Voice of Rugby Aotearoa as well, says Te Arewa Te Pau. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. And we have also got there. Hey, I drank last week and made an ass of myself as well, says David David. And only under 30s allowed. And what's Kiwi Lads mums and your predictions as well, says Aiden. And in that regard, has Kieran moved?
Yeah. Hey, they want to meet you. My predictions for this game.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, sorry, Argentina. Aussie should win.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, after the All Blacks game, who knows?
It's going to be a tough one, isn't it?
It
Could be
is.
close. I said 29-24 for the All Black Springboks, and I'm sticking with that for this game as well. I think it's going to be close in that regard. We will have to wait and see. The next AB's training will be passing drills as well, and catching the ball probably is also another key one that they need to work on. Kiwi lads and Kiwi lasses as well, says Katie Dixon. Kiwi mother is a 26, so she's allowed here as well, says Achilles.
Okay.
And also we have got the I drink almost every day, brother, don't worry, mate. And also Argentina will box kick. Drinking?
Yeah.
Okay. Good for the kind of mind.
Good for the soul.
Good for the soul as well. And your mum looks 50 max, says Andy Watts as well.
Oh. Oh, why not answer that one?
50 max? Yeah. It's likely take that one. It should be good
though.
though. Says and Amish looks and I thought he was 30 with that beard, but he is actually only 5 years older than me as well, says Luke, in that regard as well. Yeah, the beard, everyone said added about 5 or 10 years to me. In that regard, kind of the bushy part there. The mustache, does it add like a couple kind of years, you know?
I don't know about a couple.
I feel like I'm going to say it. Someone said that I look like an 80s porn star.
How would they know what an 80s porn star looks like?
Oh, we've got people in the chat. They do their research.
Do they?
Yeah, I'd say so. Lawnmower 4.0, ladies and gentlemen. If you need one, you know where to find it. But whoever's got there. I think the Aussies should come with the win.
Mum looks 30, mates. Yeah, thank you.
And also we have got the what you're talking about, says Achilles.
I'll have another beer later.
Yeah, at least we are only 10 minutes away from the kickoff now. I feel bad because actually I will be able to move us over a little bit.
Yeah,
because
your stats.
There we go. We'll move us over. We can still kind of see a little bit. You may have to lean. Yeah, there you go. In that regard, if you lean this way a little bit more, we might be able to have you on the screen. I've leaned it as well, trying to make sure that we have got the Wallabies starting lineup for this game. And tell you what, they have come out firing once again. They aren't resting too many of their big players. They are going with the front row of once again James Slipper, also Taniela Tupou, dangerous man there, and Falau Faia'a for the rolling maul, Isaac Rodder and Matt Phillip. I thought both of those guys were late 20s, but they're actually kind of mid-20s. Isaac Rodder and Matt Phillip in that regard as well. Rob Leota getting a start here rather than it was someone else in the number 6 jersey last week. It was Lockie Swinton, but he ended up getting that yellow card. So they've decided to go with the safer option, I guess, of Rob Leota, who plays pretty well for the Rebels throughout Super Rugby as well. Then Michael Hooper.
I believe you.
You a fan of Michael Hooper?
No.
Okay, and then we've got Rob Villatini at 8, who is going to be starting at that number 8, choosing Nick White at 9, Quade Cooper at 10, Samu Karevi 12, and then also Lena Cattell scoring 2 tries last week gets the start at 13. Rodika Korombedi also scoring 2, starting at 11th. 14 will be Andrew Callaway, and then 15 is going to be Reece Hodge due to the injury of Tom Banks there. Then we have got the Argentine lineup. Not too many changes from last week. Overall, sticking with what they feel might be able to get them their win in this one. Tell you what, it's going quick at the moment. We have got Shave the Mustache, and you'll look 5 years younger as well, says Steve Smith, and also in there. Tell you what, the chat is going extremely quick at the moment, that is for sure. Beer as well says, and also we have got there, Digimum, like your mate George.
I better not say too much because George is actually
deep down, you know.
Deep
you
down.
probably don't like when we're yelling in the lounge.
He's all right. He's not a bad influence, I suppose.
Yeah. It's did your mum gate crash your stream, or was she too curious as well? Says life starts. We were talking about her at the end of the last stream, so we decided she can come on for a little chat at the start of this game as well.
I got wound up about the bloody ref in the last game.
So that is why she is here. Apparently, she wanted to state that as well. But in the end, they were able to get the win, weren't they?
They were.
And we have got there once again. Steve Smith, you're a beast, man. He is indeed. He is literally just funding the channel at the moment. I did end up getting a new headset, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work very well. It ends up making me sound like I'm a helicopter pilot in like bad connection. Yeah. So I've got to work out how to fix that one. So we went back to old school for this one as well. George is a legend, says David as well.
Okay.
We've got there as well Steve Smith going broke soon as well, says Devo Tom. And also we have got there we asked to see your mum as well, and also we have got there the ref was horrible, says Immortals, and I don't get the Springboks game plan. Well, it was actually easy. They kick from 9, they kick from 10, and then they kick from 15, says Gina. And it's one of those ones. The kicking game, it was working up to a point of Geordie Barrett starting to take most of them. Geordie Barrett was good under the high ball, wasn't he, for this match? Other than a couple drops, of course.
Yeah. George Bridge.
Yeah, that first try hurt him big time because people were saying that he was probably the one that would get dropped, and Sever Reese maybe goes on that right wing, or Rico Ioane could have been out there as well. But George
I've
Bridge,
never seen George Bridge play so bad.
no. Did you watch the game up again? No. he's normally decent, George Bridge, overall.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, he just had one of those days, I think.
I mean, I've got the ref was horrible. All Blacks discipline was horrible as well. So it says they can keep up the crap as well. Says and also, does your mum think Hamish needs a haircut? She does indeed,
Yes.
don't you?
Yes.
Maybe one day we'll get one soon. And your friend Big Hair Sport doesn't like if you go against him. He needs to cry as well, says Turbo Tom. Yeah, that was on one of the podcast ones. He wasn't too happy about me making a statement about looking forward to a game between Georgia and Fiji, I believe was the one. If I'm wrong there. Anyway, Aussies by 20 should be an easy game for them tonight as well. And while we're at it, we might as well look at the benches once again. Sorry, I've just made you. There we go. Oh, no, we're tiny over there now. Look at us. We've gotten smaller. We're in the crowd. The only people in the crowd by the looks of it as well. But looking through the benches, they've got the returning James O'Connor, who will be starting, or not starting. I always say starting on the bench, but that's not how it works, is it? It is instead coming off the bench, James O'Connor, the man who could have a decent late impact in this game. I'm excited to see what they can do because of the fact that he's returning from injury. They're giving him half a game rather than the start. Look at the happy Wallabies on the screen. Aren't you happy about that? Love it as well. At this stage, they're talking to Michael Hooper. And I have to say, even if you don't like him, he's quite a good captain. Quite a good captain. Puts it all out on the line there, Michael Hooper.
It's only
in
because
that
what he
regard
did
as
to
well.
Richie.
Oh, you still? I thought that was Quay Cooper who did that to Richie, wasn't it? Or was it
No,
another occasion? Everyone likes to have a go at Richie by the sound of it as well. But we have us got there. You know, it's going quick at the moment. It's because Australian. What do you expect as well? And hi, Mum. Your boy's doing an awesome job from
Yes.
Tiger, the Brave, and also we have got Ian has said, Mum, permanent inclusion. I hope so as well.
Oh, no, I'm no good at this.
No,
No.
we could have you as expert comments. You could be the next Justin Marshall.
I'd start swearing.
Yeah.
Justin Marshall, I'm better than him. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, I feel like people would agree in some regard in the chat as well for that one. And tell your mum about your record. Had fun. 3,500 live viewers with South Africa versus All Blacks
Yeah,
game.
saw that.
You were actually
Pretty-
watching from the kitchen, weren't you?
Pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool.
We've also got there. Hooper's always dangerous. He is indeed. I like Hooper as well, says T. Oroa. And also we have got there Big mute you if you disagree with him as well, says Achilles. And also we have got there. Now I see where Hamish gets his looks from as well, says David.
Yeah, suck up.
We almost got there, and we have got your big as a good man, but he seems like the guy to want to fight over anything, if you know it as well, says Tesla. Also, we have got there
He's
good
Australian,
term.
isn't
Yeah, so we almost got there. Big thinks he's a tipping god. He picks one team and then says, "See what? This has just become everyone hated on Big Sport at the moment."
he?
I believe,
No,
I believe
this
he's
is
live
the
at the
Kiwi
moment.
Lads channel.
Yeah,
Stop
Kiwis.
It there, thank you.
Are you telling them off?
Well, your mum, so
You are.
they'll listen
Yeah,
to
are
me,
you going
won't
to
they?
join for any of the match, or are you going to? What's your plans for the matchup?
Oh, I'll put you off, wouldn't I, if
No.
I stay here?
I mean, if you sit next to me, it shouldn't be too bad. I don't know.
I
No.
might start swearing though.
If you swear too much, I'm sure they'll enjoy it. We've got that there.
Well, you can.
And yeah, dude, just realised you smashed past 6.5k subscribers. Nice one as well. So, Smith, yeah, we've been going up at a rapid pace in the last little while, indeed.
So I might push your subscribers up about being here.
Maybe, a female influence, because at the end of the day, we've got about 5 female viewers. So they'll be like,
5?
yeah, I think we're almost up to 5, maybe. So they'll be like, whoa, that's a female. And then they'll be like,
shit.
whoa, I'm the same as them. So I'll hit that subscribe button because relatable, It's like how some of the guys in here, I'm sure, have gone, whoa, it's a woman. Subscribe.
Yeah, we'll go with it.
It's just YouTube at the end of the day. And
See, who's this beauty?
that is my mother.
You're getting trolled.
Fantastic
You're
charisma.
getting
Nah,
trolled.
they all love you. That's the thing.
Trolled.
Our chats, like on the thing as well, you all know, they're always positive,
Yeah.
We don't look at the negatives here. We always go for the positives of the game, and that is why it is so much fun as well. We have also got their views will go up rapidly as well. Says Shane, if my mum was a permanent inclusion. Also, we have got there. So your mum living with you, or you living with your mum? The
Hey.
second one. Yeah, I am in the lounge at the moment. It's a woman as well, says Cocoa Juice in the chat. I think.
No,
I think
I'm
that is
not allowed to
referring-
do the one finger. No,
Oh, you're gonna pull the finger. No, it's-
no, I pull the finger a lot.
You do? Hamish came as well. Says like it also we have got there. Does Hamish need a girlfriend? Says
Yes.
George.
Yes, he does, George. Any suggestion? No, not from you. No, anyone else?
Anyone else? Tell you what, we could have her sitting next to me as well. You could sit in the background and supervise us. Make sure we're doing it all right on the live stream.
Yeah, right.
And we got to Hamish groupie gang as well. Says Blue Otter, welcome, and he's from America. Blue Otter, fun fact.
Who is?
Or he lives in America. Blue Otter. So he will be currently sitting at about 4 a.m.
Wow.
It's commitment, isn't it?
Yes.
Katie also
Yeah,
at 4 a.m. there.
Katie, I am impressed with your dedication.
Yeah, and we have the end of the chat. They are talking about they are about to take the field. They are indeed the Wallabies about to make their way out. Indigenous kit as well. We always got there. Amish, you a fellow mama's boy? I think I am.
Yeah.
A little bit. We have got there. No, if he had a girlfriend, we wouldn't have time. We wouldn't have time to entertain us on here as well. Yeah, I feel like she would have to end up sitting next to me as well, wouldn't she? Just to keep in the loop as well. I can find you a girlfriend for him in Timaru as well, says George.
Yeah, that's close enough.
That's close enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have some suggestions, mate?
I can drive him up there.
You drive me up from a date with some random girl.
Then I can go out for tea and pick him up later.
And we always got, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Sorry, COVID kept single people single. Was not possible to meet with anyone as well. And we have got there. I'm picking Aussie to win tonight. And hey, Gilly, can you tell your mum take over the stream? Keep her on, please, as well, says James Game. James.
Yeah, right.
Oh, they don't like me, do they?
No, apparently not.
Here we go. No?
No,
We'll put the headset on you.
Oh, really?
Let's get their shout out to all the mums everywhere. Exactly right, mate. And we do love you very much, don't we?
Hey, we're the reason you're here.
That is true. Scientifically, that is why.
Yep.
You know, we don't need to give you all the talk about what happened, but I'm here. You know.
We appreciate Christchurch drivers. We actually lived there for a while.
But they were not great, were they?
No, they were very unaccommodating would be the word. I could say something else, but I wasn't going to. Yeah.
And we have
never a smile on their face.
And the chat has said, cook mum a dinner. I actually did for the first lockdown, didn't I?
Yeah, because it was our wedding anniversary.
It was the wedding anniversary, and because of the fact that no one could go anywhere, I actually cooked a 3-course meal.
You did.
I mean, it was pretty rough. It was pretty much anything we had in the freezer. So it was kind of, you know, cheesy garlic bread for the entree, homemade cheesy garlic bread.
That wasn't bad.
And then also main course was kind of a mix of everything, hash browns, eggs, you name it. It was pretty much a mixed grill. And then also the dessert was kind of a chocolate cupcake with a sprinkle of bit of ice and sugar and whatnot. Looked a little bit fancy.
It wasn't bad, actually.
It was.
I didn't have to cook it, so it was pretty bloody good.
It was good for the circumstances, wasn't it?
Yes.
Seeing as the freezer was pretty much empty at the time.
And the beer was cold. It was good.
The beer was cold indeed. And also we have got their water boss as well. And the chat, oh, bless you, Hamish. And hi, Sky. Hamish, mum, your son does a better job than Sky commentary as well, says Uncle. In the chat as well.
Pass that onward just so that he can get some money.
What, from Sky? You think Justin Marshall will be giving up a spot for me to take over?
Justin Marshall. Yeah, he's useless.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's got their mums do be our biggest supporters as well, Sister Uso. And also we have got their all the food you said is mouthwatering as well. C. Smith.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Very good indeed. You don't have headphones. I've just realised if you are going to watch the game, we should probably get you some sound in your eardrums, shouldn't we? Do you want a pair of headphones?
Do I need to carry on?
It's up to you. Depending on what time you going to bed? I guess is the big question there.
I was up late, so I don't know. Should I watch the first bit?
It's up to you. I can get you a headset though. In fact, tell you what, I'll be my headset.
What are you going to use? You should have them though.
It's all good. It's all good. You have the headset. Here you go. You can hear it clearly?
Yep.
Whoa, I've never done a live stream without a headset. I've just realised it. But no, but the microphone's the one picking us up rather than that one.
Shouldn't you listen to this?
I don't need to that's all right. I'll get a splitter out so that we can both have the sound in as well while we're at it.
I don't need to listen to them.
You not like the commentary?
Mum's beer, Spate. No, Heineken.
Heineken?
Heineken's
the way to go.
I was going to say Spates gives me the
nice. Fun information there. I'll swap those ones over for you.
Mm-hmm.
We go like this. Hopefully it doesn't play through the actual game audio. I don't believe it will though. So if I go like this.
Does Hamish do the dishes? No.
There we go. Can you hear it? Yeah, we got the headphones on. I used to.
Now.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because I don't want to make noise at like 6 a.m. when I'm currently finished the live streams as well. We have got their G-Man and a meltdown as well. Says Obi Snake, which is not good news there. And also we've got the I'd never broadcast ever. I'm too ugly to let anyone see my face as live starts. I mean, at the end of the day, like I thought it would be like you see this gap, don't you, between the two front teeth?
It's hereditary.
I thought I would have heard more about it over my time, but you guys are always so positive. In the chat as well, Steve Smith has said Heineken is cabbage water yuck.
It's the only thing that doesn't make your tummy go.
And take care of your mum. She's everything a boy would want a mother to be as well, says fantastic charisma.
Jesus, suck ups, aren't they?
They all love you being here, you know?
What Cadbury. Definitely Cadbury.
Cadbury?
Yeah.
Oh, but Whittaker's is a shout as well, isn't
No.
it? Decent.
Peanuts Lab.
Oh, yeah.
But Cadbury, what's the...
Oh, you love your Marvelous Creations.
Yeah, Marvelous Creations.
That one, the whole mixture type thing. We always got the New Zealand technology is aliens. Where is alien? We're a few thousand years ahead of the rest of the world as well, says Tessa. And also we have got there in the chat, Rennick is better than Heineken or Reinach, maybe that is, or Reinach. Okay. Reinach, maybe? Yep. If I'm not wrong there. And hey, Mum, do you like bourbon?
No.
No?
I used to be a rum drinker, but the Coke gave me problems.
Who's the video guy in the background? It is my mother. Yeah, well, unless it's Kieran, maybe. Kieran might actually be the one that they were referring to there, but we are just listening to the Australian national anthem. You want to sing along with it?
Does Mum have Dutch blood in her?
Dutch blood?
No.
No?
No. I used to quite like the lagers and that. I went to England, so yeah, drunk there.
drunk there?
Drunk the Carling beer was one of them, and the Steinies, of course, being Kiwi, but yeah, Heineken's are good.
And Cricket Straight as well, says Ian Curtis. And hey, bro, is that your sister? Says it Joe as well in there. And also, this is great. So please, you put your mum on as well, says Great Girl. And I mean, it sounds by the sound of it like you might have to be a future feature on the channel as well.
Can I have a few beers beforehand, though?
How many beers have you had already? How many?
I went to the Bowls opening day.
Bowls opening day.
Lawn bowls, people.
Whipping them down?
Yeah.
Yeah. Flying down the greens?
No, I didn't play. I just went to the
Shoulder
bar.
charging a couple of oldies if you had to?
No, just the bar.
It's just the bar.
Very social game.
Does Hamish have siblings as well, says George? I do indeed. One sister.
Yes, one sister.
In that regard, although she is not here, so she will not be coming on this one as well. Was Hamish a good boy growing up?
Yes. He's perfect.
Perfect. Jeez.
He was an easy child.
Easy child. Can Mum get drunk as well, says Luke? I mean, if the donation's right, maybe she'll go and get another stuffy. Is that a deal?
Possibly.
Possibly.
I've already had a few earlier on.
That's the thing. Everyone wants to see people drunk on live stream, I believe. But now Rob Leota there. We'll put it in full screen as well. We will be talking through the game at the same time. We're doing a bit of chatter as well. Do you think, would you still do YouTube when you get hired from New Zealand rugby commentators? I feel like if they allow it, if I did get the job, I would still do it, like for the games that I'm not covering for them. But I assume they have contracts that would lock them in. And that's the thing that I'll miss as well, is the factor of who you're reading on there for your older viewers.
A typical Hobbit family from Aotearoa.
Have you seen The Hobbit?
No.
I haven't either.
No.
So we're like, that's something we need to do. Hamish and his mum watch The Hobbit, watch along.
Hey, Mum. Those in New Zealand. I'm from Timaru. Hello.
Hello. Oh, I know him. I just realised that. It's like joining him with you as well.
Obi Snake. Oh, you know him?
Yeah. Oh, I've seen before in a few live streams and $250 dono as well. Hamish, do you have any siblings? Just the one sister, but now Wallabies are going to be kicking this one off. It's going to be Nick White, I believe, if I'm not wrong, who is going to be kicking this one off from right to left in this game is underway between these two sides. Need a mummy emoji, Hamish, as well on the channel. You want an emoji of your face? Should we add this one? Tell you what.
Just do it.
Oops, wrong one. Do we squeeze in? No, not quite.
The cartoon one.
Cartoon one. I will shuffle over a little bit more and we'll both squeeze into kind of this side if that's all right.
What am I doing?
Yep, perfect. Just like that. There we go. And now Reece Hodge going to be waiting for that bouncing ball 10 metres out from their own line here. It's a massive Cadbury logo on the screen. Hodge in the number 15 jersey for this match, kicking it straight down the middle of the field now into the hands of Emiliano Boffelli.
Why did they kick it down the middle of the field? Useless.
Because he was just outside of the 22, but he wasn't for a start. So now Callaway, I believe, will be looking for the touchline. But it's also maybe a little bit of strategy. See if you can get the Pumas tired in the early stages and keep on pushing towards gassing them out.
46 seconds.
Yeah, but, the Pumas, they've had to make a huge amount of tackles, not in this game, of course, but in the last few. So maybe they will gas out here. It's another English referee. I know how you feel about them.
Go, you good thing.
We always got the need a mummy emoji and also favourite tennis player as well. That's a good question. Favourite tennis player is a tough one. For me...
These guys won't know about Oni Perrin and who did Oni Perrin? He's the guy that he put it on. He was a Kiwi.
Right. Okay, because you were the town's champion at tennis, weren't you?
Yep.
Right. Oh, at the back line here. Pablo Matera, quick hands to Emiliano Boffelli, and they're looking like they're going to start this one at a quick pace. Argentina trying to keep up. They were able to do it in the first game up against the All Blacks for 25 minutes. Can they do it again in this game here? Alamano, it's going to be an advantage now. Crema The big man driving forward just outside of the 22 now for Argentina. Once again, Bertrano fires it back into Carreras' hands. Playing at 10 due to the injury of Nicolas Sanchez a little bit earlier on, is going back for the penalty to Argentina.
Steffi Graf was pretty good.
Steffi Graf?
Yeah. And
also we have got there in the chat, the Guru YouTube has said, go Aussie, what a great 100 New Zealand versus South Africa. And is Kiribeti starting? He is indeed. It's going to be starting on that left wing alongside. It will be also Andrew Callaway out on the other wing for this one for the Wallabies. So they've got James O'Connor and they have also got Jordan Pataya as their options at the bench as well. We have got there starting and finishing as well. Says it was, I'll say Bull, I will call you because I don't think I can say it all as one. We love English referees in New Zealand as well. In there, and Oni Parent and Lewis as well from Andrew there, and Obi emoji too in the chat from Obi Snake and Let's Go Brothers from Access, also from across the ditch, Australia. And now at this stage, Emiliano Boffelli got an early opportunity to give them the lead in this one, Argentina. And that would be a great start to the match for them as well if they were able to get themselves some nice early points.
Yeah, Brian Fairley, he was the other fella. Did they play doubles together? Ooh. I can't remember. But that's how old I am.
Nah, you're not that old. You're young. You're still youthful, you know? You're doing commentary. How many people are doing the commentary?
I have to show the girls at work.
You will. You have to show them. You're on the live stream as well.
Oh, I'm famous.
Yeah. But now at this stage, Emiliano Boffelli taking his time with this kick, wanting to make sure it goes over, and he's missed it. Or has he? Yeah, he's missed it. Emiliano Boffelli's not ideal there. I like that screamer girl that plays tennis as well. Says Obi Snake.
Kornikova? No.
Sharapova? No. Sharapova? No.
Sharapova.
Is it? She got banned for a while, didn't she?
Oh,
why did she get banned?
Yeah, I think that's the one we mean, though. Yeah, yeah. Sharapova.
Oh. But yeah, now it's going to be kicked down from the 22. I regret doing that. Now it's going to be Argentina. Have got this ball 40 metres out from their own line. It's going to be kicked high here by Carreras once again, who had a very good game last week. It's bouncing back onto the side of Argentina, taken nicely by Pablo Matera. And the number 8 jersey once again here. Rush defence here from Michael Hooper. And instead now Lavanini driving his way forward. And once again, Argentina going to have the better territory position on the field. Carreras offloading it back now. Nice little offload to Cinti. Or sorry, that was Geronimo de la Fuente. Get on that one. Bertrano gives it off to Marcos Crema as well. You got to get the tongue roll going as well. Bertrano passes it back now. Alemano with the loose ball. It's going to be passed terribly. And Leonardo Cattell, he's kicked it downfield, but it's kind of got about 3 metres. It's still in his hands as well. But Argentina almost getting that ball back, but it's going to be the Wallabies Nick White now. Passing it wide. Matt Phillip gives it off to Marika. No, it's going to be Samu Karimi. Piercing the gap here. Oh, beautiful low tackle from Santiago Carreras. But now Nick White going to be passing it back across field. James Slipper, 10 metres out here for the Wallabies. Trying to force their way over the try line. Nick White gives it off to Quay Cooper. They got men on the outside. It's going to be Resource straightening. Going through Resource with a step. And he scores a try, Resource. And tell you what, he gets a lot of stick, that man, but he has just got them the first try of the match there for the Wallabies. You were giggling about something in the chat. What was happening?
Oh, no. Someone said Nadal. I prefer Pete Sampras, to be honest.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, no, he's a bit before your time. Big love, Hamish, Chat, and Mama, Kiwi lads, I assume. But
wait, we'll go back up.
It goes quick, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Very nice addition to the squad.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
First appearance, I believe.
Yes.
You've had a hand before from you, but not an actual body and face, you know?
Yeah. Hi, everyone.
And also we have the try emojis from Steve Smith as well, and Aussie looking good. Says the Guru YouTube, they were under a bit of pressure early on, but then from there they were able to build themselves kind of up a few phases, and it was in the end a loose ball. And then we will put the Wallabies try scorers. We're going to have to add maybe a few names to that list throughout this match as well. Wallabies try scorers, and we will put there. It was Reese Hodge. Did I miss? Wallabies.
Wallabies.
Thank you, Mum.
No, I always pick that one.
This is my spelling errors.
Yeah.
And we will put there the Argentina try score. You're a very good piper. You'd be able to probably smash that in about 5 seconds, wouldn't you? And we will put an NA at this stage for them. There we go. Not applicable. Wallabies try scorers. Resodge.
Is that what that means?
Yeah. But now, Quay Cooper kicking once again in this one.
Thoughts on Richie Mwanga at 10 next week? Yeah.
I think it's probably, you almost have to, in a way. Something didn't work for them out there today, did it? Like 13 angling errors, the midfield. Havili and also Rico Ioane, I thought was going to be a dangerous combo. But I'm thinking now next week, maybe you've got to have an Anton Leonard-Brown in there, just try and add some stability to that midfield as well. Maybe put Rico Ioane out on that left wing instead of George Bridge.
Rico Ioane's playing good rugby, so you need to have him in the team. But yeah, he didn't work at centre today, did he? But no one worked anywhere, did they?
No, not really. Unfortunately, we have got the Kamarajis don't want to run away Aussie game as well, says Blue Water. And also we have got there Love, the Nadal banana shot as well. Don't know how he gets so much spin on the ball go. The referee as well says Steve Smith, and once again, it will be Marika Konabedi once again about 5 times, and now Leota getting a carry here, the first carry for that man in a starting jersey for the Wallabies for this Rugby Championship as well. Love Turbo as well. Says it was, or Turpo, says the girl YouTube, and also Oz, who scored, was it the wing or the forward as well? Says the Vesto, it was. And the Resurge, that ball's gone straight through Santiago Cordero's hand, I believe it was. No, it was Juan Cruz Malia who had that ball there, and spelt name wrong as well. And also, we are the champions. No time for losers, because we are the champions of the world, says Obi Snake. And also, Hamish, your momentum is good. But as always, Brittle, love you, mum. But caution, breaking your momentum as well, says Bruce. And also 4 tries in this game, says Ed Vogel, for the prediction for this one as well. You think there'll be more than 4 tries, or you think he's well and truly on the mark? He's normally pretty good, Ed Vogel, with his predictions.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll go with that then.
Okay. We'll agree with you, Ed. And
Oni Perrin went to visit David David's school.
Did he?
Yeah, when he was retired.
Pretty awesome. And I mean, we have recently had an ex-All Black on the channel, didn't we?
Yes.
That's pretty awesome indeed, isn't it? And who knows who our next guest will be? Maybe my mum again. We could do it. Tell you what, guys. I'm not sure whether or not you'd be keen for this. Face-to-face sit down like me and George did, except me and you talking about All Blacks versus Springboks. What are the people got to do to make that happen?
Yeah, but do you want to talk about rugby or talk about something else?
I mean, me and George talked about we role play. I was South Africa. He was Italy at one point as well. Yeah, what are the people got to do? What's your goal in terms of, if we hit something, then you will do a face-to-face Springboks versus All Blacks interview?
I'd rather it on something else.
Rather on something else. How about me and you playing Rugby Challenge 4?
Oh, I'd get pissed off with that too.
Yeah. We'll work on it, ladies and gentlemen.
Not much is happening in the game, if you're wondering.
Yeah, we've got another scrum reset for about the 3rd time as well. Just from that drop ball of Juan Cruz Malia a couple minutes ago. Now they're stepping back across, for the pitch is getting roughed up at the moment a little bit. But when you've got the likes of Tani Alatupo, big 135 kgs of him, it's going to rip up a little bit of grass, isn't it?
Yeah, you could see that in the All Black game, eh?
And also Australia 37 for 39-17 as well. Cooper looking good again, says the girl YouTube. Yep, he's been able to get his first kick so far.
He was never one of my favourite players, but I suppose he's playing all right.
He is indeed. And anytime he's in training, he's got his shirt off as well, which I think is attracting a few of the ladies.
No, I can't see it.
It's a penalty to Wallabies just inside of the half of themselves here. Norm Maxwell as well. So Smithy told who was the All Black? It was indeed Norm Maxwell. We had about a 20-minute interview with him, which was absolutely awesome.
I haven't seen it yet. I'll have to watch it later.
Well, I'll show you mine and George's face-to-face as well. What do you think? You'll be keen for that one. I'm a little bit disappointed in some regards, though, because of the frame rate. Unfortunately, through screen sharing, it did end up kind of losing quite a few frames, so it's kind of laggy, sadly.
Okay.
So it wasn't quite as smooth as I wanted it. George is laggy at times. You know, he's just all over the place. It's like me on these live streams. When the TMO's happening, I kind of sit here like this. And people think that I froze it. The rugby's on. But now 25 metres out now. Going to be taken nicely by Isaac Rodder on the 22. And it's looking like Falau Faiar just going to be marching his way forward here for the Wallabies. Nick White at the back. Got that ball available. Got a better mustache than myself. But we're working on it, you know. One day, 20 metres out. Nick White passes it back across Samu Karevi, offloading it now into the hands of Cooper. Resurge, man on the outside, goes himself, Resurge. But he has been dragged down by Sinti with a great tackle there. Nick White selling a bit of a dummy, just running straight sideways, gives it off to Falau Faiar. Nice leg drive with Hooper on his side there. And it's a penalty to Argentina. And this one as well. Cooper did the dirty on Richie McCaw, never forgotten in New Zealand as well. You actually mentioned that earlier on, didn't you? And also we have got there, who's got, who you've got as a potential Los Pumas try scorer. I want to say Pablo Matera. Just something about that man off the back of a scrum makes me think maybe he's going to be in a decent position to be able to do so. You know, he's one of those players. He's never scored up against the All Blacks, but he scores a few up against the Wallabies, you know. Who are you laughing at now?
What would it take for Mum to pop Kieran with a needle? Quite a lot, actually.
Quite a lot?
Yeah.
I mean, we offered that one earlier of her having
I'm not a violent person.
Yeah, we had the offer earlier of the beverage, wasn't it? We were
Yeah.
going to get you a beverage at some
I've
stage
got
in this
plenty on
one.
the fridge anyway.
Yeah. We'll see how we go. We have got the creepy carrot as well, says Ian, and also I've got Australia to buy 25 points, says Uncle. And also we have got, let's face it, the Aussies just don't have the fortitude to be world class as well, says Andrew, although they're rated 3 in the world at the moment at this stage. So it all comes down to whether or not they win this game because they are at home for this match. It is counted as a home game. Pablo Matera breaking off the back now. Going to be a flat ball from Berrano to Cinti now. Lucio Cinti in the midfield for this match. Crema always going to run hard at the line there. Oh, Cooper nailed in the tackle there by Gagina. But now passing it back, Carreras with the cutout pass. Oh, that's full by about 7 years. But now it is going to be going back now for the scrum. It was a big hit on one of the Argentine.
Where do you get your pronunciations from?
For the
You're
Argentines.
a Kiwi, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's that?
It's just a tongue roll. What's the tongue roll? Bertrano, that's a fun one. Not quite all.
Hi, Harry. Sorry. And hi, everyone else, if I haven't said hi.
And we also got the interview was a great addition, says Blue Water, and hopefully I can do a few more in the future as well. Having kind of those ex-All Blacks and just ex-rugby players on the channel, they have so much knowledge. Like I did mention it as well. Like we talked on that kind of interview for about 20 minutes, but we probably talked for about 3 hours in total. And I learned so much in just that time, you know?
Yeah. No, I mean, he'd be a knowledgeable man.
And he's keen to do something with our members on the channel as well.
Which is great that he does that. You know, those sort of guys you got to, tap into and get him to encourage other people to do the same.
It is very nice of him indeed. Callaway offloading Samu Karevi. He is going on a bit of a spin and he is going now. Offload Santiago Carreras.
Where was that supposed to go?
I think it hit someone's foot and bounced backwards. Hi, Mum as well, says Cullen. And also, even Mum's impressed. As well as this great girl. And also, we have got the Aussie weaknesses will be found. Bit of push and shove here. Not too happy.
Not like the good old state of origin biffos.
I believe it's Juan Cruz Malia in the middle there for Argentina. Trying to get in the face of Michael Uber now. Still a little bit of push, Quay Cooper. Now, Marika Conobidi. I don't know whether you're allowed to do that, mate.
Yeah.
He is saying he did it in the face. It wasn't very hard at all, but you're still not allowed to touch. You're not allowed to touch people's faces, I don't believe, as well. I'm cracking open a bourbon in honor of your mum, Hamish, a cold one as well. Says David. Right, what are we looking at here in terms of, okay, so it was actually Cinti got yanked to the ground by Michael Hooper, who then got pushed. And Cinti was not too happy. Tell you what, Cinti's a big bloke. And then Samu Karevi, Mirika Konobidi just touched in the face as well. Your friend Bika went off at me. I said I wanted the Pumas to win, and he started cursing me as well, says Turbo Tom. Pretty much the same thing happened on the podcast, except minus the cursing, when I said that I wanted to see a good game between the two sides. But that is one thing you notice. The Wallabies, they are on a high at the moment. So until that momentum stops, they are going to be top of the world, Yeah. So, okay. They're already getting told off by the referee about the push and the shove. Does Mama Kiwi Lad support Canterbury and or the Crusaders? No? She's more of you're an Otago and a Highlanders, aren't you?
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I am kind of. Does it annoy you that I'm impartial?
No.
Does it annoy you that I was impartial during the All Blacks Springboks game?
No, not really. I mean, each to their own, eh?
Because, that's the thing. People enjoy the kind of non-biased side of it, don't they? In that regard as well. We have got there in the chat, after an excellent call of the All Blacks versus the Box game, to then scrape the bottom of the barrel of Wallabies versus Pumas. It makes me wait for the TV replay as well, says Patrick. So he is not very keen indeed on the Wallabies Pumas game. I don't believe any of us got there, but he is a good player as well. Might be because of you, but Patrick, it's all right.
Each to their own.
We've got there. New Zealand must have won a championship, surely, with that Springboks win as well. And hello, Kiwi lads, mum. Your son is a legend, says Johnny Blaze.
He is.
In the chat Johnny. As well. And
so
also,
are you, Johnny. You are a legend as well, by all accounts.
He is indeed. Been here since the start of Johnny Blaze.
Well done.
And we also got there, Marco and Steve are the goats of this chat. No cap as well. So Cesar now going to the back there. It's going to be taken nicely by Rob Valentini, trying to drive forward. A little offload back. Taniela Tupou, he's dropped the ball. And because of it now, it does mean that it will be a scrum feed for the Argentine side. Yes, it is going to be going back now. And we have also got there, Beers to Hamish's mum as well. Have the Wallabies been bad for 20 years as well? Says Luke, unfortunately for them, they just haven't been able to put consistent performances together in a row, sadly. So it's one of those ones that if they can get themselves into that situation of being able to win games kind of back to back to back and really prove themselves up against England as well, I think is their biggest factor from now on. But they want to finish second in the Tri-Nations, the Rugby Championship. And Kiwi Mum's a legend as well. And funny to see Mum as well Says the girl YouTube. Yeah, I don't normally have, the only guest I've had on the channel, I believe, is George, if I'm not wrong, in terms of actually sit down and Isaac as well.
I think I'm a bit better than George.
Do you? Whoever's got that, thanks, bro, for the live. Need more Kiwis for the Wallabies, or need more Kiwis for the Wallabies to be better as well. Says Tama Soali. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. And also we have got there into the chat, please don't judge me as well. Says David and scrape the bottom of the barrel. Well, if that is the most, if that isn't the most dramatic thing I've ever heard, low as well. Says Katie Dixon. And also we have got there. I wonder how many points New Zealand got from that on the rugby rankings. That one's gone down on the front row once again in the scrum. Another stoppage. And now because of it, it does mean that we are going to be going for the penalty here for the Pumas. Only a few metres out. Feel sorry for Quade Cooper, surrounded by half pie losses. Lucy's as well. Says Andrew, and according to BKR, we have been bad for 20 years as well. Says Luke. I mean, consistent, I feel like, is a better word to use, or inconsistency is one of those ones at the end of the day, because it's just, if they can put a few performances together, the Wallabies, they could be a threat in the World Cup. Like, that is the honest opinion, because of the fact, at the moment, it's working. You've got Quade Cooper at 10. You've got also James O'Connor returning. Samu Karevi in the midfield as well, I feel like, is an absolute just beast of a signing that they have got themselves here for the Rugby Championship. The ball is loose and it's gone back into the hands of the Wallabies. Not a lot of fight from the Pumas to try and get that ball back after that line out, but now it's going to be taken nicely here. Nick White goes back into the hands of Samu Karevi, passing it back. Quade Cooper, white ball looking like it's opening up. Callaway takes contact there. Marika Korombeti lurking right next to the breakdown, wanting that ball. Rob Leota inside ball to the hands of Isaac Rodder now. Get another carry. Nick White goes back to Quade Cooper now. Samu Karevi with a good step there as well. Offloading back. Quade Cooper getting another carry in a row. And this is just offload after offload. And we saw this. It's another one to Isaac Rodder once again looking for the offload. And that is something that the Wallabies did fantastically up against the Springboks last week. It's fantastically a word.
Yeah, why not?
Close enough, I guess. Daniela Tupou, short side. Break-in tackles as well. You got to tie him up low, or else he does end up making meters 20 out now for them. And we also got the 100, Hamish, 100% professionalism as well. Says Sebastian in Australia, says Yuko, and Kiwi lads are the beast as well, says Baker, and also Sadis always as well. And yes, they are building nicely. The ball in behind, taken by Ikatau. He was just wrestled to the ground. Samu Karevi, not quite over the line, just short. Now, if it is held up, it's a goal line dropout. Oh. If it is not held up, I believe, because of the fact
rules. This league.
It's got there. Your mother's still here. Surely she does some commentary as well, says Luke.
What was that?
You do some commentary. You want to do some commentary. No, you want to talk us through, tell you what, talk us through this TMO decision.
On-field decision is no trying.
Mm-hmm.
Just check it. Of course you missed something. You always miss something. You're the ref. Sorry.
Right.
James
Slipper.
I don't know the players.
James
Number
Slipper.
one
James
takes
Slipper.
it. James Slipper takes them all up.
Nick White.
Nick White onto Quade Cooper. Kicks it through to
Lena Katau.
Lena
Katau.
And Karevi picks it up, drives it to the line, and gets held up. It's not down. What are you missing?
Oh, he's dropped it actually.
Oh,
I believe did he drop that ball?
Yes, lost forward.
Although they're saying, hang on a second, I think he's put this ball down. Oh, no, he hasn't. That's a try. He's scored it. It looked like from the other angle that he lost control of the ball, but now Samu Karevi, he scored himself a try, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, well done.
We're going to have to add him to the list as well. To be fair, he kind of deserves one in that regard from how well he's played in the last few games, but we're going to add that one to the try scorers list as well. Samu Karevi going to be scoring that try there for the Wallabies in the 18th minute to now give them just that little bit more of a lead as well.
You know what the difference is between Aussie now and Aussie back then? They haven't got a John Eales to kick the final penalty to win the match in the last minute.
Okay, that sounded like it hit a nerve.
It did.
What year was that?
Oh, I don't know what year, but someone will tell me. What year did John Eales kick the penalty in the final minute to win the game?
I'm sure Smithy Toilet will know. He always knows all the stats as well. 14-0 now. That kick has gone over. And a try in there from Steve Smith. And also we have got YouTube has said, okay, kiss for mum as well. So I thought they said kiss your mum. We almost got there. And there, hey, you need to replace Justin Marshall. I'll put in a good word for you as well. Says Josh, appreciate that a lot, mate.
Yeah,
and also
it's about time we got a decent commentator in there.
Oh, we always got there in the 1988 or 1999 as well as the predictions from people. And also we have got there in the Jack Kiwi Lads mum has a future in the commentary box. Nisbo who as well. Says it Johnny Blaze.
Yeah, I know who that is.
David Dover was at that game and it was in 1999. It's going to be a penalty here. against Argentina. It didn't go 10, I believe is the call, is it? No, it must have been, blocking the run there, Rob Valentini. So they will be about 35 metres out. I feel like the Pumas at this stage, they'd love to be able to put some points on the board, but I don't think it's necessarily the best option when you're 14-0 down. We always got there, Aussies never recovered since John Earl's retirement as well in the chat from Andrew. And also we have got there, and the chat, I was right, said Luke, and also we have got there, Quade Cooper get the kick, and also everything. He's like an All Blacks encyclopedia as well for Smithy Toilet. He is indeed. And Aussie looking next World Cup as well, says the girl YouTube. So now Emiliano Boffelli going to be kicking this one from about 38 straight out in front now. He did miss his first kick of the game, 20 minutes into this one now. And they need some points on the board, Argentina, or else it could be the chance of a real runaway happening for the Wallabies in this one. He has got that one straight down the middle. So now the score after 20 minutes is going to be 14 to Australia and then 3 for Argentina there as well. No, it was in 2000 as well, is the prediction there. And also in there, Smithy as well. I don't think Smithy's here at the moment, unfortunately, which is why we have not got him. Just there he is. And he is, but there, yeah, bro. Remember Earl's last game, Tog Tai Kifu as well. Says Smithy thought that. And also we have got there in the chat, Mike King too as well. Says it quite cool and said out on the full from the Wallabies. So that is not what they would have been wanting off that kickoff. Was it Nick White who was taking that one? I believe it would have been, if I'm not wrong. So it was, and now marching forward, the Pumas are going to have the scrum on the halfway line. Good kick by Emiliano Boffelli as well, says Sebastian. But now the Wallabies, they need to make sure that they don't let the Pumas start to get a little bit of momentum, because we've seen with the Pumas, since they are such a passionate side, they will just keep on fighting and fighting and fighting, won't they?
I'm just trying to work out what you're doing.
I'm just going through and we're seeing the fact that we are currently sitting on that many subscribers.
Wow, that's pretty cool. What, 1,155 in the last 28 days?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's just pretty awesome indeed.
Thanks, guys, for supporting my son.
Yeah. Do you want to do a little plug for the people who are new? You want to say subscribe?
Oh, we got some. If you'd like to hit the subscribe button, that'd be awesome. Much appreciated. And don't forget to hit that like button as well. Yes.
Yeah.
Like the like button. Yes.
That one's a knock on, unfortunately, for the Wallabies there. Oh, sorry, that was unfortunate for the Pumas, and now it's going to be the Wallabies who have got that scrum feed. Do you think your mum, does your mum think you need to buy a new shirt as well?
Yeah, it's just too big for the collar. I hate the collar.
It's rough, isn't it?
Well,
I've just realised.
You must have lost weight since you bought that originally.
I think I did. I used to be a lot heavier.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Used to be a bulky sort of person. Now you're scrawny little runt.
You said it with an R, ladies and gentlemen, as well. Just so your mum is a legend as well, says Luke. And also we love this channel, Kiwi Mum as well, says Katie Dixon there. And also Rod McQueen introduced 2 rugby league defensive coach to the Wallabies, had a vicious defence as well, says Millie Taylor. There you go.
Yeah.
He knows his stuff, this man.
He does.
You know?
He's a bit like Francis Payne for the cricket.
Who
sits beside the cricket commentators and tells them everything.
Maybe I need to get Smithy Toilet in my ear kind of the sideline commentary, and he'll just tell me everything.
Yeah.
You know, and we have got there nothing like a mother supporting you as well, says Tesla. Yeah, I know that in this situation, a lot of people thought, they thought, what was I going to say? Yeah, they thought it's kind of weird that I sit in the lounge doing the and whatnot. But you guys seem to like it, don't you?
Where else are we going to put you?
Now it's going to be Santiago Carreras once again kicking this one downfield, just in the middle of the field. No, not going for the touchline. It's going to be Quade Cooper now, 40 metres out from the Wallabies line, kicking in behind. No 50-22s in that last game between the All Blacks and the Springboks. Going to be bouncing just short of the 5-metre line now. Big boot downfield from Juan Cruz Malia, getting them back to the halfway line as well. Oh, Mumsy, a crack up as well, says Nairima. And also we have got their mums always tell the truth as well. And in there we have got their worst collar I've ever seen, says Rock and Roll in Australia. And your subscribers is because you are so entertaining, says Andrew as well. And I appreciate every single one of you. What's Mum's name as well? I think we're going to keep it private for now. We'll keep it a secret just for now, I guess.
Mumsy.
It's Mumsy straight over the top there. And the Wallabies going to get this ball, but it wasn't straight. So it is going to be now. A couple of the big forwards there. I believe it was actually maybe Matthias Alimano getting right in there.
Wallabies halfback. It has to be George Gregan, doesn't it?
Good shout there. Shout there. You're a legend, brother, as well. Says Tesla Boreas. Says that. I mean, there is a game on. If you do want to watch it, you've got the option of Sky Sports, Stan Sport, DSTV. There's about 5 or 6 different providers around the world. So I'm sure in your country there is one instead. Oh, yeah, what's got the mate hit the
you have
gym,
to pay
get some muscle as
for.
well. And also we have got the Aussies. Could be decent rugby players if they had the right attitude. It's not just talent as well, says Andrew. And yeah, at this stage, Dave Rennie seems to be helping them out a little bit with kind of that mentality over the last little few games as well. Like they've got all the talent like in that backline. Samu Karevi, Marika Koromberi out on the wing as well. It's just absolutely awesome. But it's just whether or not they can keep themselves kind of feeling that momentum as well and go Australia, Fiji as well. Says Victor. So Fiji, they are actually going to be playing against Wales in a little bit of a later stage. She looks like a Sheila as well for your name. Are you called Sheila?
No.
No, not Sheila, but that's going to be another penalty to the Wallabies. We've had about 20 stoppages so far at the moment. Here we have got there, hey mum, I'm raising the glass to all our mums as well, says David. And also we have got there, and at the chat, Robbie Dean's tried introducing New Zealand strategies over the Wallabies, or over two Wallabies. They can't replicate it because they don't have the talent of us Kiwis as well, says Millie Tula. And penalty for Aussie, it is indeed. They're kicking for the corner though.
They can't handle the pressure. And that's all it is, being able to pass under pressure and catching it under pressure. So the only difference.
Yeah, because that man, Tani Alatupo, he can certainly handle a bit of the pressure on his shoulders, able to win that penalty in about the 79th minute. Oh, that was a very accurate throw from whoever that was, giving the ball to Falau Faia as well. And we have got there, she looks like a Kiri as well. Oh, that's going to be stolen by Argentina though.
Got a cousin Kiri, but not me.
And now Emiliano Boffelli claiming that one, 10 meters out from the line here for Los Pumas, passing it back. And it is going to be kicked downfield by Santiago Carreras now, 55 meters out. And we have also got there, we have got your mumsy very knowledgeable as well. And there, based on all the games we watched on the channel, which team do you think is the least disciplinary? That's a good question. I mean, the All Blacks for the first couple of games up against Fiji were right up there, but now they've really improved it. I would say Argentina sometimes get themselves in a bit of trouble for their discipline overall.
Is that less disciplinary or cheating?
Good question, but I believe discipline-wise, penalties against them at this stage. And Shaniqua as well, says Johnny Blaze for your name.
What?
And shift over and make the lady the mic. Give that lady the mic as well, says David. And also at this stage, we have got there. It's not a religion over the other side of the ditch made as well, says Johnny. And Argentina still a chance, says Tony. If they score the next try and score one before we reach halftime, I would say so. But they're currently 5 meters out from their line. Emiliano Boffelli passes it back, and it is going to be once again Juan Cruz Malia kicking the ball into touch. We've had a lot of stoppages in this game, haven't we, so far? Like, we've been chatting quite a bit to the chat, but we haven't really had too much to talk about in the game as well at the same time, because this ball just keeps on ending up coming loose. And then from there, the kicks downfield, when we win all the cups in this AB2 good as well, says the good YouTube. And Pumas just holding on as well, says Turbo Tom. And also Wallabies only select from the same small pool, virtually no public school players. That is a good point. Indeed, I believe someone was actually saying about it that one of their schools have actually cancelled rugby in terms of a team for it. But I guess it's one of those ones they need to find that grassroots rugby really kind of developing in Australia to keep these good players coming through. Now it's going to be Samu Karevi, very good player in his own right. Nick White's got this ball just outside of the 22 now. Quade Cooper looking for the offload, finds it to Taniela Tupou, who has been driven down. Lucio Cinti, he has got on the ball and he's won the penalty for them once again. The Aussie cheats at cricket. Someone at rugby as well, says David. And in fairness, the Pumas are forced to tackle a lot. Pablo Matera, Montoya, Big Gonzalez. That's the thing. Gonzalez Bertrand actually made 29 tackles in the last match.
That's huge.
Oh, actually, no, the match prior, he did make that many as well. Which is just an absolutely huge number. That was a big hit from Pablo Matera there.
Biggest grub ever. One of the old South African locks. What was his name? No?
Not sure? No, I'm not sure of the name. I don't know. There we have got the my man Quade Cooper will save the day as well, says Steve Smith. That one's gone into touch there for Argentina once again. But like I mentioned, they need to find themselves a try before the end of this first half, or else they'll just be a few too many points behind. And you cannot afford that in a game up against the Wallabies, because they've been finishing their matches very well. It was mentioned about a lot of the time whether or not the Wallabies can put together a full 80-minute performance. And now at this stage, hopefully we do get to see it in this game as well. But we want to see the physicality of Argentina, the passion as well. 2 draws last year. It's going to be stolen once again by the Wallabies at line-out time. And it means that Michael Hooper now getting a bit of a run. He's going to be dragged down by Matthias Alimano, though. Once again, go back, Nick White, Leota, after James O'Connor, Samu Karevi. This is looking like a nice backline research. Drawing pass out to Andrew Callaway, now stepping on the inside, break-in tackles, dragged down on the 22 here for the Wallabies. Once again, Nick White trying to get on it. It's an advantage for the player, not rolling away. Still available here for the Wallabies, and it is going to be the penalty, right? They are 14-3 up. They are going for the bonus points, so they will be kicking this one for the corner or the scrum, I would think. And we have also got the hey, great girl, you come here too as well, says Claire. And also we have got the, did you like wine or beer?
Beer.
Beer. Oh, yeah, it's got the Victor Matfield.
Yeah, that's the one.
It is him. And we have also got the Ireland and England will win against South Africa, real as well, says the girl YouTube. And also we have got the Nigel Thornberry saves the day as well, says Katie Jackson. That is Nick White, who is referred to by that. Have you seen Nigel Thornberry?
No. What's that?
It used to be on an old cartoon. While this line out is taking place, or before this line out takes place, I should say, I'll get a picture of Nigel Thornberry up as well. Commentary epic match as well. It's very awesome indeed. That's a loose ball once again, but Michael Hooper takes it. That's Nigel Thornberry now.
Oh,
it's going to be available for Samu Karevi. Drops the head. Does the step as well. Nick White passes it off. Valentini getting some good go forward here. For the Wallabies, 5 metres down. Nick White once again sniping around the side of the ruck. Dragged down by 3 Argentine defenders, but it's going to be another advantage here for the Wallabies. Callaway thinks about kicking. Oh, that's a big hit on him by Matthias Alemano. Lavanini was the man who made that tackle there. And also we have got the Nigel Thornberry save the day. And also Nick White. Looks like Nigel Thornberry, you cannot change my mind as well. Says Katie Dixon. Daniela Tupou close to the line now. For the Wallabies once again, Rob Bellatini. They're holding him up nicely. Just going to be a metre short now. Who wants it? Is Nick White going to pierce the gap? He goes underneath. Did he get there, Nick White? I believe he did. But they are going to be going upstairs, and we know what that means. We get the mumsy TMO.
Oh, not again. I got it wrong last time. Yes. Oh, yes, they think Nick White has placed it against the base of the uprights. We'll go. On-field decision is no try.
No try.
No.
Okay.
Not on the line. Just double check that.
Yeah. You just repeating what he says.
Why not?
Okay.
I lost the ball.
So he hits the post, but I believe the rule is if you hit the post, but you are over the line, it's still a try or something like that, is it? Something along those lines. So they are going back for the advantage, and it will be the penalty for the Wallabies here straight out in front. We have got there in the chat. I wish my mum was as cool as yours.
I'm sure she is, in a way.
In a way?
She will be when you're older. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all cool mums. We've got to, you got to be that, you got to be authoritative.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and guide you in the right direction. And when you're older, who gives a we'll see what
that was close. That was close to a slip up, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get there. Nick White looks like he just jumped out of his Spitfire as well.
Now that I see Nigel Thornberry, definitely.
That's and James Slip it down at the moment. He's had 109 career caps for that man as well.
He's still going.
Tell you?
No.
He's working hard.
Oh, I don't know if it's working hard or just sticking around for too long.
But these are the bench that they have got. They have actually got Angus Bell as the option off the bench for them in this game. Do you know him?
No.
6'5", big man, young man from the Waratahs.
Oh?
Yeah, decent player as well. You will look forward to seeing him. He's off the bench instead. I think they're going with that scrummage battle between Santiago Mirano.
Oh, I try to tie them and then
Slipper.
bring the young fellas on. Yeah, why not?
Just to run it a little bit rapid. But Quade Cooper going to be taking on the 3 points from straight out in front here for the Wallabies now as well. And what's got there? And the chat, one player to watch for this match. I would say Samu Karevi every day of the week for this one because he is just one of those players.
My mother likes netball. I used to play netball. Netball's not bad, but I don't like watching it. But it's a good sport.
Mm-hmm. And she is a legendary as well, says Narimu, and that's straight down the middle for Quade Cooper. So now the score is going to be 17 for the Wallabies, 3 for Argentina.
One player to watch for this match, Hamish.
I would say, I said Samu Karevi, but I'll say Rob Bellatini as well. Is actually another player off the back. He is very good post-match meters, or post-contact meters, I should say. And we always got that beautiful pronunciation there, mate. You're a natural as well. Says to greet the sacred cow. Thank you very much. And also we have got there, no disrespect to the Pumas and the Wallabies, but this game, a come down from the last game as well.
Why do you think I'm talking as well? Because, it's not the most exciting game, is it?
They're working on it. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, it's one of those ones. I feel like we went from such a intense full 80 minutes. This game, we've already probably had as many stoppages as about 60 minutes of the All Black Springboks game. We've had about 5 to 10 scrums, a few lineouts as well, and also just a couple other stoppages in that regard. All Blacks game was boring too. I think the ref wanted to try out his new whistle as well. He did give quite a few penalties. I believe it was about 26 in total for that one. It's going to be a high ball taken nicely by Santiago Carreras just outside of the field of play. So now 45 metres out here, and Argentina will have another line-out throw. 33 minutes into this first half. They need to get themselves a try. They haven't updated the scoreboard yet, but it is currently sitting 17. Oh, they just did it.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Oh, just like that. Magic. Who's next to AB? Who your favourite team, Mum? Oh, jeepers. That is a tough one. Because I used to quite like Samoa, just because who was the fullback that used to be meathead? Umanga. It just KO people. No, but apart from that, yeah, they used to be quite. I used to quite like watching them, and Fiji aren't bad either. They're a bit unconventional, but haven't really thought about another team. I don't know.
America Corumbini.
Should I say USA, Katie?
Takes that one inside of the 22 Marika and kicks it back downfield. It's just become a kicking battle at the moment. We had about 6 kicks back and forth, going 22 to 22, 22 to 22. And now, almost out on the full. Yes, it is. And we have got the old Mum's Lucky Island as well. It also, we have got the I can't see the game, bro, as well as there is a reason for that. And unfortunately, due to licensing, if we were to show any match footage or audio, we would get taken straight off YouTube and possibly sued. We don't want to get sued, do we?
No, I can't afford that.
No. So,
can you?
No. I am in the lounge most of the day.
So what do you think? Lives at home, can't afford it.
So at this stage, I've just seen in terms of, we got the odds up in front of us as well. Just have a wee look. And can you see those odds there? Argentina will win this game is $51 at the moment.
Now.
It just changed big time.
28.
So that is an interesting one. Samu Karuva getting held up, and I assume it is because of all those handling errors and lineouts that have been going wrong. It's going to be now Reece Hodge out to Callaway, chipper behind here, going for it. And it is going to be going into touch for Cinti, who has to just take it into touch. It was Shocker Perez pushing it in it and grip back off and have some sympathy and care for Argentina, for God's sake. As well, says Luke.
What the hell is that mean?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Does he need to have another beer or something?
He's 15, I believe.
I don't drink. Too young.
We always got their Mum's a Realist. Can't follow that as well. Says greet the Sacred Cow. And also, we have got there, they're getting a lot of people liking rugby as well. Says the girl YouTube, and another Rose Mum's on fire as well. Says it quite good. But at this stage, 2 tries for the Wallabies. Currently going to be 10 metres out now. And they will have another opportunity to get this rolling ball going. It's going to be Isaac Rodder now at the back. Falau Whainga getting the opportunity to try and creep this one forward. If the Wallabies can score one more try before the end of the first half, that's brilliant defence though from Argentina, and they've been able to keep that ball in, and it's going to be the scrum fit for Argentina once again. And we have going to get confirmation the ABs have definitely wrapped up the Rugby Championship. They have indeed. They are sitting on 24 points at the moment compared to the 11 of South Africa. So there's only one round to go for both those sides. At this stage, if the Wallabies win this game, they will leapfrog South Africa. This was before the match between the All Blacks and the Springboks. So the All Blacks now sitting on 24, Springboks sitting on 11, and also the Wallabies looking for at least the 1 point to get back onto the same as the Springboks, or should I say the 2, but they will be going for the 4, maybe even the 5, as they do have 2 tries as their advantage at this stage as well. We have got their mummy with that shining halo above her head, glowing like an angel. I'm sure it's not a light bulb as well, says Steve Smith. And also we have got there in the chat, I think 2 World Cups USA B there as well. And he's probably on his second box as well. And Mum's on fire tonight. She's a Mount Doom of commentary as well. Says Katie Dixon, it's going to be a penalty to Argentina.
Luke's only 16, so you still shouldn't drink.
No.
Not until at least 18, 20, because it dulls your brain.
Does it?
Yeah. Kills your brain cells. Shouldn't drink too early.
Yeah.
Look at me.
I was going to say, how many drinks did you have today? Before this live stream. Maybe that's why you're being so ruthless when it comes to some of those players out there. Might be because...
No, because the first game pissed me off that much.
We've got there in the chat as well. Who's Mum's rugby man crush as well? Says the Uso.
Rugby man crush. Ooh. Let me think about that. I'll come back to you.
Okay. And we have got there, it's most likely about funding as well. Says greet the Sacred Cow for in terms of USA's domestic kind of going through, because they've got the MLR at the moment, and they're actually a very decent kind of few teams in the MLR scattered through there. So hopefully we do get to see a few more of those sides really developing their game in the near future. Hamish did not look convinced when Mum suggested not drinking until 20 as well, says Cleo, and also drinking at 12. Says Ball there, and Liars, we start at 12 in New Zealand as well in there, and Wallabies going for points differential.
Yeah, just look at the ones that have started drinking early.
And
I
now,
rest my case.
Bertrano firing back. Santiago Carreras now all lined up by Marica. Corin Betty trying to get in there with a counter attack here. Currently 14 points difference between these two sides as well. We will have to wait and see whether or not it is going to be the case of another try coming before the end of this first half. The ball is available almost for the Wallabies. They're just doing very well. Oh, it's dropped again by Marcos Crema. Argentina can't catch a cold at the moment out there on the field. 45 metres out from the line of Nick White. Going to be firing it back to Quade Cooper. Research out now the back line. Len Ikatel got the man with America. Corin Betty on the outside. Doesn't use him instead. Takes the contact there. 40 metres out now for the Wallabies from the Argentine line. Or Leota with a fumble. But the difference there is he was able to regather. Argentina have not so far. Oh, that looks like a bad injury here. I'm not sure who it is. I think it is Gagina who has taken the head knock there. And we have got there. It's Tate McDermott who crushed as well. And we have also got the MLR shout out. And also, hi, Mum, as well, says Levi. And your mum looks younger than you, says Patrick there.
Thank you.
And also, we have got there. Anyway, Mum, I've got a niece at university in Dunedin. She's a lovely young girl. I think her and her boy would make a nice, I think her and your boy would make a nice couple as well.
Yeah,
says David
Dunedin's
David.
only a couple of hours away, so I can drive there. No worries.
You're going to take me to Dunedin for a blind date?
Yeah, why not?
Why not? We'll go for it.
Rugby player would have to probably Serge Blanco. Is it Blanco? The Argentinian anyway, fullback. Yeah, way back. But definitely league player would be Andrew Ettenhausen. And if the women in our live stream know who that is, you'll know who I mean.
And Aussie got their mojo back as well, says Richard. And also we have got there is if she's anything like my mum, she'll still swooning about Doug Howlett as well. No, not keen. And Doug Howlett, you know, some with the toffee top bloke.
I know who you mean, the winger, but no.
And also Australia too strong. We've got another stoppage at the moment. Levi said, "What's your mum's name?"
Blanco. That's
Serge Blanco. There's Victor.
I mean that'll get you a few Argentines.
Well, you think they're keen on him as
no,
well?
I mean a few fans saying like and subscribe.
And also bring back Buck as well. So it's great going. Do you reckon the Pumas going to come back big in the second half? I don't see it at the moment, unfortunately, because of the fact that
for the Sharkies he was too. Not bad looking too.
They just haven't been able to find it yet in this game, Argentina. I'm not sure what the stats are in terms of the handling errors, penalties against them, but they're probably looking at more than 5 handling errors, more than 5 penalties as well. And the Wallabies in the breakdown have just been ripping this ball back. Been pretty dominant so far. And we have got there in the chat Bucks a national Treasure Island as well. And Sergio Blanco.
That's not bad, that program too at the moment. I've been watching that too. So.
Have you?
Yeah.
Is he on there, Buck?
Yeah, Buck is.
Yeah.
Doing
any good?
He's still there, so he must be.
We've got there, how are you in the All Blacks game? France Stain should have come on earlier than the penalties in the second half. We could have struck more 3 points. Do you agree with that? With what I'm saying, says Cameron Milner there. It's a tough one because of the fact that I feel with the way that Pollard was going, I thought he would have been going off the field a lot earlier. I don't actually think Elton Yankee's got a run round in the game, if I'm not wrong. Elton Yankees is the one with the weird haircut for Springboks. You know him.
Yeah, no, he was there.
Was he?
Yeah.
How long did he get?
Is he the halfback?
No, that's Herschel Yankees.
Oh, I see Yankees. I thought you meant, yeah, no.
So I believe they kept Pollard out pretty much the whole match rather than giving him an opportunity. Reggie McCall was born not far from you. Guys, surely a fan as well, says Claire.
In the hacker. A Sharks fan, no. I was actually Eastern Suburbs.
Oh, I think that for Richie, being a fan of Richie.
Oh, yeah, but it says, is your mum a Sharks fan?
That one, yeah. Sorry, yeah.
No, I was Eastern Suburbs with old the Kiwi fella, Hugh McGann. Used to follow him a fair bit, but then I used to follow Manly because they had a few Kiwis as well. So
right,
yeah.
Okay. Samu Karevi now using the back line, trying to link up with it is going to be Andrew Callowell for our fine. A little bit of a juggle. He's well and truly thrown it forward now. There, the handling errors have been shocking in this game so far. I have noticed, and we have, he was there in Geo as well, and also we have got there, New Zealand got penalised for a little push on Fuff as well. And there, rate both teams' performances 1 to 5. I'd say the Wallabies, if we're saying 1 is the worst, 5 is the best, I'd say the Wallabies are probably sitting at about a 3. But then they've also had a few moments. It's now half-time, and it's going to be 17 to 3. So I'd say 3.5 for the Wallabies, and then Argentina. I've got to be harsh. I'm going to say there's only running at about a 1 at the moment. Is that Nick Berry? Is Nick Berry? Oh, no, he's on the touchline. I thought for a second he was head referee for this game, and he is Australian, of course. But we have to get there. No, Mum knows more about footy than all of my mates combined. Kudos, Mum's there as well, Says that greet the sacred cow. And also we have got there, for me, we played better today than all our rugby games in the championship as well. Says Cameron Milner. And also pushing Fuff is a penalty. Tackling Dan Carter equals card as well. Says Eduardo Latin. And also we have got the Australia's second best team in the world as well, says Arahi. Although at the moment they are rated 3rd on the world rankings, but they're trying to push their way up there. They've got this game, the game next week up against Argentina, and then they're going to be playing England, Wales, and also Scotland in the Northern Hemisphere. A few good games coming up for the Wallabies, but we are at half-time. England could be an interesting one. A little bit of a dark horse. Is that Twickenham?
Yeah, but England, though.
Yeah, that might go all right. We'll have to wait to see, though, but we will get some stats up for this one as well. Hey, Mum, the Argentine rugby player you're thinking of was Hugo Porter, maybe, as well.
Oh, he wasn't bad either. Yeah, but it was the other fella too.
Was the other fella? Yeah. Both of them.
Yeah, they all had the slick back hairdos, eh? Mm. I think they still do, don't they?
Similar to the old, you know, me or you like my hairstyle?
They had it. What do they say? Styled a bit more than you do.
Yeah. We have got there. I don't think the Bok halfback knows how to pass the ball to the first five as well, says Patrick. And also we have got there. Hamish, stop pretending your sister is your mum, says Andrew as well there. And I'll drink more if mum, or drink more if mum is regular on as well, says Ian. And also we have got there in the chat. Yeah, Hugo Serge was French as well, says John. And also we have got there, and there might be second after this as well, says Steve Smith. That's a good point because of the fact that the Wallabies would have gone up a little bit, but I believe because it's a home game, they will be able to push themselves up maybe 1 point for winning this game, if I'm not wrong there. But if the Pumas end up kind of winning this game, I think they might even be able to drop the Wallabies down to 5th or maybe 6th, depending on how it goes as well, with Ireland and England all very close. And we have got there, great question for Mum. Who's the best club team in the world?
Well, I don't really follow a lot of the club competitions around the world, so depends what era you're talking. Are you talking now, or you're talking back when Auckland won so many games in a row and had this shield for about 7 years or something, or whatever it was? Who's your stats man?
Who's my stats man? Smithy Toilet.
Smithy Toilet. You'll know. How many years did Auckland have the shield for?
And we have also got there. You want to read through some stats?
Or I could just say Waimate, South Canterbury.
Yeah. They're all right, aren't they? They do all right at times. Looking at this one here, for some stats, go for it.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want me to read it?
Well, I can just read that, but the eyes are getting a bit tired at this time of night.
No worries. 2 tries for the Wallabies there. 288 metres carried compared to just the 74 of Argentina. Defenders beaten 17 points. 17 to 2 as well.
He means now. Club team.
I guess he might be considering Super Rugby as well in terms of that kind of
I was going to say, well, you'd have to go Crusaders, wouldn't you?
They would be brought up.
I hate to say it, but Crusaders, not that I follow them. They've won a few over the years, haven't they? So, I mean, why don't they do what they do in the league, and they have the Aussie team versus the UK team? Do they do that in the? They don't do that in the rugby, do they?
No, everyone wants to see Leinster versus Crusaders.
Oh, is that
one of those massive matches?
Well, that's basically what the league do, isn't it? So why not?
Yeah, well, you heard it here first. Well, yeah, maybe. We'll have to wait and see. 32 tackles made by the Wallabies here. 2 missed tackles, 63 tackles made by the Pumas, but 17 missed tackles for them. And this first half, not ideal for them in that regard. I believe the most running meters, we're seeing Samu Kurevi, and also it is that's a lot for Samu Kurevi. 85 running meters in this game, 11 carries, 2 defenders beaten, 2 clean breaks, 6 defenders beaten. And Reece Hodge was able to score the other early try in this game. Looking at the tackle stats, no huge ones for the Wallabies, but Santiago Medrano sitting on 12 tackles made with 1 turnover, 1 as well, and clearly a league fan, Mum, as well, says Claire. And
used to follow the league religiously years ago and went to the State of Origin game. How long ago was that? That was 3 years ago. I'm a New South Wales fan, and New South Wales were getting beaten. And I said to hubby, I have not come all this way to watch New South Wales get effing beaten. That's what I said, my words. And they won. I know it was a dead rubber, but who cares? We won at Sydney. And it was brilliant. Loved it.
Loved it. Go back to, maybe we need to get you at a rugby game at some stage. Head to Australia. in a few, or maybe not a few years, depending on when it opens up, or New Zealand. Go to New Zealand.
Went to Australia and watched a game in Canberra, and it was who would it have been? It would have been the Brumbies versus New South Wales, and it's the most boringest game I've ever watched. Got pissed by halftime because it was absolutely dreadful. Got a T-shirt just to say I'd been there, but apart from the game, it was just horrific. Anyway.
So maybe a New Zealand game possibly in the future as well. And we always got the Auckland, took the shield off Canterbury and held it for years as well. And Leinster versus Satyrs, and slowing the game down. I would do it if we had the lead with time running down as well, says Johnny. And also we have got there in the chat, how long have you lived in Waimea for?
Well, I'm born and bred, went away and come back. So how long have we been back here? It was 18 years
18.
We've been back.
Jeez.
But I was born and bred, so was hubby. I went away overseas, came back and got in tow. Well, we were in tow anyway. So went to Christchurch for a bit and then came back here, and when you were 3.
Oh, I'm a bit older than that now, aren't I?
Yeah. Just
there we go. I didn't used to talk much, did I? Only when I was tired.
You used to talk flat out when you were tired, so you didn't want to sleep. So if we shut you up, you could go straight to sleep. It would be, Mum, I'm tired. Well, shut up and go to sleep. And you go. Just felt like waking you up again. Just
we got there as well. Leinster, Saracens, La Rochelle.
Well, you shouldn't ask me questions if you don't want to hear the answers, please.
We always got there. I see you struggling with Best Club team. Let me help you out. It's the Sharks, and the Sharks are actually going to be playing later on tonight it will actually be the game up against Leinster. So I guess it's going to be a very interesting one. Ma'am, tell me about those curtains as well, says Charles.
Yeah, they've been here since we've been here. They will change eventually. We'll get new windows as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to see some new windows and some new curtains in the background, be sure to give the mumsy $1.
Yeah.
We'll get some nice ones.
Yeah. Donate to the channel.
I was about to say something, but I feel like you'd instantly regret me saying it.
Probably.
I was going to say, what are the chances are we getting some special curtains that have the Kiwi Lads logos all over them on that side of the wall?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
And beautiful as well, says Cheryl. And is that your girlfriend? As well as his face not going. No, it is not. It is my mother. So we have got there. What's up with that wallpaper far now as well? Says Kazi D.
Same here since we've been here 18 years. As you can see, it's sort of getting a bit old, but we'll get there one day. We've painted the rest of the house, so the lounge will be next year.
And tell us Hamish stories, Mum, says.
I can tell you heaps, eh?
Good. I am nervous. So yeah, we almost got there. We talk again after Sharks destroy them tonight as well, says Philip.
Fair enough.
It's going to be exciting because Sharks are actually about $15 underdogs up against Leinster in that game. They're well and truly counting them out, but I am not. I'm going to be up for that game 5:35 or 5:15 a.m. I believe it is.
What do you like about living in Waimea?
That's a good question. I enjoy the fact that it's quite quiet. I don't enjoy the Wi-Fi though.
No.
As we have found out throughout a few of these live streams, we've been a little bit rough in terms of that connection, but I think I like the factor of the small town vibe, It's kind of a bit of fun, you kind of, not a lot to do, but you just got to make your own fun, the Kiwi Lads, we go out and about, we hit the town.
Yeah.
But the supermarket closes at 8 and that's about as extreme as we go.
Oh, see, living in Christchurch, I miss the takeaways just going down the road
Uber
to
Eats.
Macca's and well, we didn't have Uber Eats back in those days, Hamish. They didn't know what that was.
That would be very exciting if they did have that.
Oh, it'd be awesome, yeah.
I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. We have got
Hamish, hey, Mum, is that Hamish and the baby? Yes, it is.
Is it indeed?
That's him. And he was such a cute kid.
What do you mean was?
You're a man now.
I'm a man. I'm a man. I wear a suit and do live streams with my mum in the lounge.
Yeah, because you've got nothing better to do.
As well, Hamish, have you got any mum stories? I feel like that's a risky game to go down because of the fact if I say one that's kind of bad, then she will go down an even bigger, kind of worse one. So I got to be very careful in that regard. And we always got there, hey, Mum, is that? Oh, no, I read that one. And also we have got there, you could just put the Kiwi Lads curtains up for special occasions as well.
Wait.
Sounds keen indeed. Is there a McDonald's, KFC, or Burger King in Waimea? There is not. None of the three. Our nearest Burger King, McDonald's, or anything like that is half an hour away. So you got to drive there, you got to get it, and then you got to come back as well. So you're an hour drive to be able to get yourself some nice Kentucky Fried Chicken or anything along those lines. Don't go down that road, as I says Steve Smith. And I replayed it a wall today, Hamish. Would I be more useful than Hamish, says Luke?
Yeah, definitely. As I say, we're sort of repainting the rest of the house, so I'll give you a call when we need you.
Although he does live in Australia, so you probably have to pay for the flights.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. But at this stage, it is still half time. It's quite a long half time break, isn't it? For the Aussie game at the moment.
Get longer and longer.
And also at this stage, we have got the Kiwi. Is he a Kiwi son as well? Says the girl YouTube.
Yeah, he's probably better behaved than some of them.
Okay, I'll take it. Fish and chips is better anyway. Surely, can we get fish and chips tomorrow?
Oh, maybe.
Yes. I love how I have to ask my mum if we're allowed to get fish and chips. And the worst thing is it's on live stream, so everyone just saw that, didn't they?
Yes.
Mum, can I have a biscuit?
That's what I get all the time. Mum, what's for tea? Mum.
Thanks for making me hungry as well, Steve Smith. And also, we've got what about those KFC smugglers as well? Yeah, they had about, what was it, $100,000 cash or something?
Yeah, because they sold their drugs in the Waikato and then took the KFC back to the bros.
It's got that small town Helvetland. That's where it's happening, man, as well, says Andrew. And also Benji to win another. Says that, John, it's going to be an interesting grand final, that one.
I didn't realise he was still playing. Good on him.
Did you realise Melbourne Storm not in the grand final?
And they're great.
It depends on who we've got here in terms of Melbourne Storm supporters. But yeah, Rabbitohs.
There won't be many.
Rabbitohs taking on Panthers as that final.
I think we want the Rabbitohs to win, don't we?
Do we?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like Cleary. He's a dick. Sorry.
Okay. You first, the KFC Ice as well. Can you order Uber Eats? Unfortunately not. No. So we would have to travel up the road. So if anyone...
It's called Mum and Dad Eats. They go get it. Bring it home.
That is true. Should we have a Pizza Hut party, Mum, at some stage?
Oh, I love pizza.
Over next weekend or something. We go and get like 3 pizzas or something. Put them down on the table. Are you guys keen? Although I don't think we've recorded in that regard. But if you are keen, we've got a pizza fund on the channel, believe it or not. It was actually Steve who started the pizza fund.
Oh, you got lots of money.
We've used a bit of it on the previous pizza. It was actually your birthday pizza, wasn't it?
Yes.
We got a nice big old helping of the Pizza Hut. So maybe there could be something to do next week as well. Benji is a hero as well, says Andrew, and go Panthers. They deserve it as well, says Ed Vogon. Also, I live in Rotorua. There's nothing but takeaways here and everyone is fat. Says the David as well.
Lucky you.
And also go fishing, says the girl YouTube. And Kiwi Lad, do you think Will Skelton will return to Wallabies? It's a good question. I'd kind of be keen to see him because he's doing well for La Rochelle at the moment. He's an absolute unit, Will Skelton. Have you seen the size of the man?
Do they still have possum and wallaby pies in Waimate? Well, if you know Waimate and possum and wallaby pies, you must know about the Savoy, but no, they've closed. They've got the barn. They have some pies, but I'm not sure if they do possum and wallaby. They did at one stage, but I don't know if they still do. I haven't been there for a while, but it used to be on the menu, eh?
Sponsored by the barn, maybe in the future. Who knows? We always got the into the chat, Hamish. Did you tell Mum about the rural takeaway grocery delivery service? I think I may have briefly mentioned it. Pretty much, Katie wants to open up a business here in Waimate that delivers kind of like the takeaways and groceries from all around the area, since we haven't really got takeaway delivery here at the moment.
Well, Countdown in Timaru deliver groceries down here probably 3 or 4 times a week, days a week. Now they used to only 1 or 2, but I think they're up to about 4 days a week. So a lot of people get Countdown groceries, but they should be supporting our local New World.
Sponsored by New World. But now, look at this. The boys making their way back out onto the field, which means it was about half an hour. Yeah, it felt like it anyway in that regard. But it is awesome because of the fact that we get to read every single message in the chat at the same time. How much is there much pig hunting in Waimate? Ooh.
Yeah, there are quite a few guys that go out hunting in that. We're not one of those families, so
no.
But yeah, there are a few go out in the high country, as they say, in the hills.
Yeah, I haven't ever been hunting. I've been fishing before, but not hunting. I don't believe. I want to watch the game. Unfortunately, due to licensing, we are unable to show any match footage or audio, or else we would get taken straight off YouTube, and I would get banned from live streaming for 3 months, unfortunately. But I will recommend. You wouldn't
see me for 3 months.
Well, they may. I mean, saying that they haven't seen you for like the first 15 months of the channel, so it's nice. to make the appearance here. Maybe we'll have more
They
in
might
the
want you
future.
to show the game so they don't see me for another 3
Need
months.
to wear a KFC bucket on your head for the next stream for talking about KFC as well. Do you think they'd give us a sponsorship there? We'd have to wait and see. But nonetheless, second half about to be underway between these two sides. Can the Pumas find some sort of form in this one? The Wallabies have just disrupted them big time. They haven't been able to have a counter.
Steve.
Clean the bucket hat. Do they give you a bucket? Can you get a bucket just for the sake of getting a bucket? Can you be like, can I have a bucket for $1 or something? Oh, nicely done by Argentina to claim that one off kickoff.
Good woolshed party. Yes, there were. I don't know if they still have them, but yeah, back in the day.
Now, a Rano giving it a cross.
And coal shed parties. They were
Coal shed?
Yep.
Oh,
Went to a coal shed party once.
Oh.
It was quite dark.
Argentina got the ball in hand. It's going to be Guigina. He had an HIO, I believe, so he must come back from that one. And you need to give me a back. I need you. I get you a bucket as well. Says the girl YouTube, and Mum Smile, nice as well. Says the girl YouTube. Now it's going to be Carreras offloading back to Emiliano Buffelli. Getting a carry now. Carreras going to be wanting this ball soon, but he is covering a lot of ground at the moment. Berrano goes back to Crema. Now it's Carreras getting that ball once again. Lobby cut out past the Cinti. Good step from him. Round the tackle research, but so far the Wallabies, they haven't been missing too many tackles. Only, I believe it was 2 in that first half. Crema tackled, and a Valentini not quite able to rip the ball away. Bertrano now 11 phases here for Los Pumas, still driving. Can they get themselves their first try of this match? Can they get their first try against Argentina? Or sorry, against Australia, I should say there as well. But now it's going to be going back once again. Bertrano passes back to Guigina. Currently getting forced backwards a little bit. May go for the kick very soon. And it looks like Bertrano already looking to roll it back. Net score decides the fate of the match as well. Says Steve Smith exactly right. And if it is the Wallabies, they will receive that bonus point if it stays the way that it is. Oh, Reece Hodge not taking it in the air. It's an awkward fall. It's going to be sitting up now for Argentina. And they've got the ball only 10 meters out now. Looking short side. Bertrano, there is a player down at the moment. Going to be Shocker Perez driving forward. I believe it is Emiliano Buffelli, which means that it is going to be their kicker who will be off the field here. I hope the Pumas have some super juice at halftime as well. I think they have, because they are looking decent in the early stages. I think they've got to take either the scrum or the line out here, though. They can't afford to not go for the kind of 7 points or the 5 points here. But I believe Emiliano Buffelli was down for a little while. He kind of got pushed in and got the elbow to the head. That does not look good for him, I believe. He will have to go off the field for an HIA as well. I went to a Bay game down south a few years back. There's some devoted rugby supporters. Devout. That's a fancy word, David. Rugby supporters down those ways as well. Yeah. And they're from David, and also these they are cool little critters as well there.
Friends went hunting around Waimeti. You have to scroll back.
Scroll back up a little bit more. There we go.
Yeah. Friends went hunting around Waimeti, said wallabies in the snow were like giant rabbits hopping about. Okay.
And then they shot them. But now it's going to be Argentina with the decision. That got dark, didn't it?
It did.
Did a little bit.
But like that Colshy party.
But now Pumas try would be a delight after all the efforts as well. And that's the thing. It took them about 150 minutes to score one up against the All Blacks. Took them around 166 minutes to score one up against the Springboks. So if they can score one a little bit earlier on in this one, I'm sure they would be very happy boys in that regard and trying to build themselves back up to being able to get back into this one. And we also got there, and the chat, I'm obsessed with them as well. Says Katie Dixon, and now it's going to be taken nicely. The Wheaters.
Yeah, I can't wait to see a Wheater for the first time. I'm going to lose my mind. I love bugs.
Okay.
Strange.
I guess it's, I was going to say an amphibian. Julio Montoya going to be driving, and it's a try to Argentina, and they are back on the board, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Leota also giving a bit of push and shove. Looks like there's a little bit of the high tensions out there. Leota doesn't often get the start, but he is trying to make the most of it, wants to get a side the win, but that is going to be the rolling maul try for Julio Montoya, the man who has made about 46 tackles, or maybe even 50 now in the competition. He hasn't missed one.
Can you remember going to Wellington Zoo, seeing a Tuatara?
Tuatara, oh, no. I remember going to the Christchurch, what's the park called there?
Arana Park.
Arana Park? No, not that one. The other one. Is there another one there?
Yeah, there is.
Wildlife. No.
Wildlife one.
Meadowbank. Is it?
No.
Willowbank.
Willowbank.
We have heard from our expert comments in the air. And yeah, pretty much. I went to Willowbank with the school, and there was a monkey, and he had a stick, right?
and he'd go over, smack a turtle with the stick, and then run away, and then go back over, give it another smack, and he was poking it, you know? And I was like, gee, he's a smart little fella, and he's going, what's inside that shell? And then, yeah, they were pretty much just harassing the turtle, unfortunately for them, but monkeys will be monkeys, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Montoya scoring that guy, Julio Montoya, that is. And now all of a sudden, Argentina, they seem like they've come out with a completely different strategy to the first half. They're looking more dangerous. Back in the game as well, says Steve Smith, they are indeed. And once the scoreboard does update, there we go. It's up to 8 now. This kick needs to go over from Emiliano Bofella. And also we have got there, I've got a Tuatara as well. He's hit the post and it's come back. These are points that they can't afford to not be getting here. Argentina, we have also got their gold. Aussie now to step it up, smack a turtle with a stick as well. Says quite good. Also, we have got the Argies in there from a Blue Otter. And also, I have a Tuatara t-shirt many years ago, and showing my age now, I had a ride on Kamala the elephant at Wellington Zoo.
Wow.
How old would that be?
What, when we went?
Or in terms of when they had Kamala the elephant?
Don't know. Was he? Well, we went quite a few years ago, didn't we?
Mm.
You kids were only.
I remember we went on a train.
Yeah.
And there were pineapple lumps. There you go. The things you remember, right?
Yeah, we went to a rugby game at the Cape Town.
Yeah. Wellington, or was it Hurricanes? I think it was Wellington playing someone.
Wellington, I can't. Yeah.
Oh, beautifully taken there by Santiago Carreras there. And now they are going to be going once again in this backline. Argentina, they have got some talented players. They just need to keep on using them. They're going to kick the ball away. But now it is going to be Juan Cruz Malia going back there in their late 1960s as well. They need Geordie Barrett's boot as well, says Patrick. And also we have got the Helkel from quite good and but now the Wallabies going to have this ball 45 metres out of the moment, and they are going to be using their back line. Hooper lined up there by Crema and Matera. That is not the wall that you want to run at. That is for sure. And we have got there. I live in the desert, and I love finding the rhino beetles that hang out here. I haven't seen a tarantula yet. And I am pissed. I've lived in the desert since 2019. No flipping tarantulas. Daniela Tupou going for, but it's put down by Michael Hooper. And it's going to be a knock-on advantage now for the Pumas. Can you see the Pumas getting back into this match?
I haven't really been watching it that closely.
Or do you think...
But if they kick down the middle of the field, no.
No? Okay, Harry Sodge now. He's going to kick it back.
Yep.
Or 50-22. No, not quite able to get it inside of the 22 now. For Argentina, Juan Cruz Malia kicking this one back down the middle of the field once again, trying to find that space in behind. He's found a little bit of it. And now Corambetti going to have this ball inside of the 22. Is he going to put it on the boot? He doesn't normally Corambetti, so passes across to Andrew Galloway. And he is going to be kicking that one into touch. Do you think he stepped out?
Pretty close.
It was pretty close indeed. And yeah, it's got the Hoopers going into second gear as well. I think Dad was yelling out, but I didn't quite hear what he said there. I feel it's sometimes 61 as well. Says Ian Curtis, but then in the end it was Michael Hooper lined up there by Michael Crema and Pablo Matera. Two big men in that loose forward trio. And then Taniela Tupou. Look at that. The number 9 tried to hold on to his leg. You just can't. It's too round. Yeah, he's got thighs for days. His thighs bigger than probably both of my thighs added together, plus my neck and my head, everything. Taniela Tupou. I'm not sure what the circumference is on that, but it would be quite large, I think. Guido Pitti now going down the middle. For their line-out, he is out there rather than Matthias Alemano. Julio Montoya once again going to be at the back of this rolling ball. It's looking decent here for Argentina. They've kind of broken off with a couple men there. And come on, Aussies. We know you're useless, but you are our cousins as well. Oh, never mind as well. Says it was Andrew. It's going to be a knock-on advantage once again here for Argentina. Bertrano fires a back rush defense from Michael Hooper and open up the gap there for Carreras. Bertrano offloading it back now. Juan Cruz Malia and the outside. Sinti's got the man with him. Can't quite free up the offload there. And they've got another advantage for a high tackle. Momentum is a beautiful thing in a game of rugby, and it's starting to shift. Oh, big hit there from it was Taniela Tupou and Pablo Matera. That would have felt like having your ribs concaved inwards. But now Santiago Medrano, another advantage, I believe, here for Argentina. They're up to 6 bases once again. It is going to be Santiago Carreras, little kick in behind, and it's going straight into the hands of Marika Corambetti. Come on, Aussies. As well one there. Oh, go away. It's the comment from the ref. Did Marcos Crema just shunt Marika Corambetti in the head? If he has, that is a dumb move. Are they going upstairs with this one? Marika Corambetti has gone down. If they're going upstairs and this gets reversed, Marcos Crema is an absolute idiot, to say the least. Sounds amazing. You'd love the good old dung beetles. We get into South Africa too. Holding thumbs for you for the holding thumbs up for you. for the tarantula, I should say. Sorry. Oh, nah. Okay, he's just shunted it back. So that is completely fine. I thought for a second when I look back, I believe that's just a big hit. Oh, unless it's a non-attempt to wrap the arms. Although one arm was on him there.
Oh, I just pushed him over.
So he had
Get
that arm
over it.
there. So it's whether or not they go back upstairs. He has one arm kind of around him, but then he goes like that kind of thing. So it's going to be interesting. If this gets reversed here, did it have the advantage for the high tackle? Okay, it's going to be reversed, and Marcos Crema. It's going to reverse the penalty.
As Tana Umanga would say, it's not tiddlywinks, ref.
Yeah, but Marcos Crema is just not a smart man. Unfortunately, he's done that in a few games so far. He plays a little bit too emotionally at times, and it was just something that he didn't really need to do in that situation. It was after, like, the fact that they were going back for the penalty as well, unfortunately. So now he knows it. Get him off the field.
Just put his brain closer to his.
We have also got there in the chat the high from Sayana, and also we have got there another Puma try would seriously spice up this match. It would indeed, and that was a beautiful opportunity. They would have had 3 points at least there, putting them back within 7. The coach is going, why? Why are they doing that? But yeah, at this stage we will have to wait and see whether or not it does cost Argentina here. Definitely, if there's a try coming up soon, it's going to be taken nicely by Isaac Rodder. Going to be a rolling ball. Come on, Pumas as well, says Turbo Tom. Marching forward for Lau Whaingaa. Very good player indeed. And then number 2, jersey, Nick White passes back. Samu Karevi now giving it off to Lena Cattell, breaking the tackle as well. And that's one thing, too. Oh, he's still going, Lena Cattell. Broken about 3 tackles in a row. Now Marcos Crema holding him. Trying to keep him up in the air. It's not quite going to be going the way of the Pumas, though. Now it's going to be a cutout pass bouncing up nicely here for Andrew Callaway. Down the wing. It was going to be wrestled down by Emiliano Boffelli and Bertrano. 40 metres out now for the Wallabies. Let's go Wallabies as well in the chat from Wyatt Karaka. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Marika gets up and goes again now. Marching forward. Still available. 5 phases in for the Wallabies. Inside ball. Rob Ballatini trying to bounce off the tackle with Santiago Marano. It's a penalty. Oh, is it a penalty though? Okay. I believe that must be for an illegal clean out. Because it can't be for not releasing, because Santiago Marano, I believe, still had his hands on the ball as well. I give you later. Your best friend or your friend Big House Sport is losing his about this Wallabies performance so far. Just a heads up as well. Says Ryan Sims. That means that I'm going to get a fun earful on the podcast, more than likely, because he didn't even like when I said that this game could be close. He pretty much said it. Yeah, that it's nowhere near it. So we're going to have to wait and see. That's going to be a fun chat, isn't it? At this stage, yeah, weekly podcast about hearing the Wallabies is pretty much all it is, isn't it? But it's all right. Kicking it in touch now. Well, you've got the link to that podcast if you guys are keen, and the pinned comment, and also the channel membership as well. If you do want access to exclusive emojis on the channel, if only the Aussies still had David Campisi as well. Says Andrew Holster. Who's going to score the next try?
Yeah, but David Campisi had his days.
Mm-hmm.
He also had some bad days. we saw him in the Sydney shop.
Yes?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a shop in Sydney.
Oh, okay.
In the Rocks.
Ooh.
And All Blacks had just beaten the Wallabies the night before, so we went and saw him.
Oh, okay.
They say, why do I only see you Kiwis when you've won? Strange that.
You go get us again, driving forward. But I know. You know what? They are actually putting together some good phases at the moment here for the Pumas.
Mm.
And if they can continue to do it, it's another advantage for them now. And you should get some fans. You should get some fans on the podcast. It'll make it interesting as well. That one's going to be a penalty going back for Argentina, and also BK Sports as a little kid. He acts like a child as well. Says Tom, and also we have got there in the t-shirts had much cooler designs in the 1970s and 80s. Billabong, Hot Tuna, Mumbo, etc. As well as there's Rock and Rollin' and a Trolling. And maybe one day we will get ourselves some Kiwi Lad merchandise, perhaps. Mm. Would you wear a shirt that says Kiwi Lads on it?
Yeah, why not?
Would you get a shirt with Kieran's face on it?
Maybe.
Maybe. Tackles 69 each, but the big difference here is that they have missed 21 for Argentina compared to the 5 as well. Merch suggestion, Kiwi Lads bobbleheads.
Yeah, I like
that would actually, yeah, that is a very good idea, Ian.
You want a George?
Oh, we also got the Jack. Campisi was awesome as well.
He was pretty awesome, but yeah. the goose step, but
A goose step, a little goose step. I actually did a goose step. This was a weird story, and you probably don't really care, but I did a goose step on Rugby Challenge 4 the other day,
did you?
and I was absolutely buzzing because in the time that I've had the game, in like the 14 months or whatever it is, I've never done a goose step. So that's my fun story of the day. Cheers. But at this stage, 52 minutes into this game, if Argentina get this kick, currently 1 from 3 for Emiliano Boffelli. But if he can get this one over, it will make it only a 6-point game, just fun as well. Says the girl YouTube, and also, yeah, Kiwi shirt that just says the Mo Mate as well, with just the Mo Mate as well. Says Rock and Rollin' and Troll, and also Kiwi Lads Bobby. It is a brilliant idea. Says Katie Dixon, and also we have got the RIP Waka Nathan, of course, passing away earlier on in the week, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Which is, of course, not great
Legend of
news.
All Black Rugby.
Exactly right. He would have been, well, he would have been proud of the result. Oh, Emiliano Boffelli has missed it again.
What?
I'm wondering how long they stick it out with his kicking. He's 1 from 4 at the moment. And if you think about it, those kicking kind of points, they would have been sitting on 11.
Saying he's got a beautiful, relaxed action he's missed, mate.
Maybe too relaxed in that regard then. And 81 says John as well for how old Waka Nathan was, and also Campese like Cooper as well, says the girl YouTube. So at this stage, Argentina's kicking has been keeping the Wallabies in the game. Pablo Materas just put the ball up. Here's the number 8, which is an interesting choice. But Quay Cooper taking it very nicely, making the tackle was Pablo Materas as well. Now Nick White trying to pierce the gap. Great low tackle on Julian Montoya, straight on the ball. No, he's off his feet, not quite able to get that one. Now it's going to be fired back into the pocket. Quay Cooper kicking it behind, just down the middle of the field once again, playing the territory game. Carreras, you know that the Argentines will fire it back. It's going straight into the hands of Reece Hodge. Now I thought that one was heading towards out on the full. Reece Hodge putting it extremely high. He's got a long high boot on him there. Who wants it? It's going to be taken by Emiliano Boffelli. Great tackle there from Reece Hodge, though, to be on the ground and still be able to wrap up the arms. Again, once again, it's another advantage against the Wallabies.
Sorry, someone said, Claire said, Hamish should be wearing a t-shirt with "I'm with Mum" on it tonight.
So I should have the arrow as well, shouldn't I? That would be quite fun. Oh, that's a big hit. That would have been very fun. For it was Gonzalez, or Juan Cruz Malias. No, sorry, that's not the name. It was Juan Martin Gonzalez. That's the name there for that man. And we also got there, you like Reddit as well. Or you like read it? I'm not too sure. What that is. Curse of Noel Alicio as well, says interest.
More clues, please.
And there we go. Let's get there. What's your thoughts about the whole 1917 All Blacks win against South Africa? First of all, I'm happy that the match was close. That was the first thing I said, because you never want to see a runaway in a match that's such a special one. We saw a whole heap of handling errors from the All Blacks. We saw a whole heap of penalties against the Springboks. And to be honest, I would have actually liked if this game was the 99th game, because then the game next week I think is going to be an all-out brawl between the two sides, because now they've both had that feeling out process. They're going to make use of the kind of footage that they'll be able to see. They'll know how to improve. And in this next week's game, I think it's going to be an absolute brilliant one indeed. And we have got there, he had me from his channel. I can't comment or anything as well, says Luke. And also we have got there, and in the chat, Luke, did he block you? Says Teo Tom, and that is, of course, looking about big house, small little kick behind here. It's going to be sitting up for Boffelli. Chips it forward there into the hands of Reece Hodge. Now under pressure, Kremer's just kicked him. He's going to get a yellow card here. Marcos Kremer. No. I believe they are going back, and it's going to be, gee, well, Marcos Kremer, he plays on a fine line. Joining more incorrectly. I mean, you said it, not me, but yeah.
That's what you're trying to say.
It is, in the nicest way possible. He just doesn't use the smarts, you know, at times, unfortunately.
Like you played rugby.
You played rugby as well. Oh, what number did you play? I played number 14. Was out on the right wing. Other than that, I feel like I would have done all right at halfback. Forgot the chance, but of course, because
What was he asking me though?
Oh, did you play rugby?
No,
No?
I didn't have the chance to play rugby. We didn't have, it wasn't available. So I played netball and tennis and cricket and basketball. And
So everything but.
yeah, played a couple of seasons of soccer just to mix it up a bit. Yeah.
And we have also got the I Love Rugby as well, says Victor. I think Dad was yelling out something again, unfortunately, with the headphones.
You don't have to come in here if you want us to know what you're saying.
The channel is 10 times better than a big good job, baby. As well, says Thurber Tom. And also we have got the how about a Kiwi Lad t-shirt with Keith Murdoch's meme mug as well, says Rock and Rollin' and a Trollin'.
Might be
And at this stage,
controversial.
they're actually going upstairs to see this Marcos Kremer one. He is an idiot. Unfortunately, he sticks the leg out. It's a foot trip. It's a yellow card at the minimum here. Why does he do it? He's given away 2 dumb penalties that now will take probably Argentina out of this game. Unfortunately, yeah, I appreciate that the Kiwi lads gave me a second chance as well, says Luke. And also we have got the mum as an athlete. She is indeed.
Used to be.
Used to be.
Now I play lawn bowls and try to get back into golf.
A little bit of golf as well. Marcos Crema. Bring him off the field. He's going off for a yellow card, and he is surely not coming back. They need to find a replacement for him in the last kind of few minutes of the game. He's had 2 very rough ones. I try to always be positive, but he has had a brain fade at the moment. Marcos Crema, hot-headed as well, says Great Girl. Exactly right, mate. Oh, mate, I could, mate. I guess I call everyone mate, don't I? But I believe with the name Quake Girl, you would not be a male, perhaps. We're actually getting a few more female viewers. It's the whole thing of it's the relatability. Yeah, relatability. That's a word, isn't it? Almost.
You're not exactly a nasty person, are you? You don't give people shit for commenting or anything like that. Or...
No. PG. Pumas playing like bacteria, awfully dirty as well. Says Sintress, and also he doesn't know what he did wrong as well. And I think that's part of the problem as well, because he's always going to be pushing that kind of boundary of whether or not it is legal or illegal. And you can't really afford that, unfortunately. And it could cost their team the game here, depending on what it is. What's your handicap, Mum, as well?
Yeah, lawn bowls is fun, by the way. Yeah. Handicap, I haven't played for a couple of years because I've had a sore shoulder, but it was about 28, I think. 27, 28.
That's pretty good.
But Hamish's dad's pretty good.
He is.
Yeah.
Can hit a long ball.
He's single figures. Hey, you dear.
We've got there. Have you tried your hand at commentating on lawn bowls yet? Not yet. Maybe one day. I'll commentate your lawn bowls.
Yeah.
Oh, Callaway, he's going. He's going here, Andrew Callaway. He's got the men with him, and now he's been shut down on the halfway line. And the Wallabies, once again, it's going to be McDermott going short side. Going to be Matt Phillip now. Oh, straight on the ball there. Sinti almost able to get the turnover going short side. Once again, no look pass. They're trying to replicate what Taniela Tupou did the other day. Oh, it's a knock on. No, it went backwards there. As the call now is going to be Angus Bell. That is the big man, Angus Bell. You will get to see a little bit more a bit later on in this one. Now it's going to be passed back. James O'Connor, Taniela Tupou, the big man. Once again, driving his way forward. I feel like this could be almost try time for the Wallabies. McDermott trying to pierce the line here. 25 out of the Wallabies can score themselves a try here. That would be a brutal punch to the face of Marcos Crema. Folau Fainga'a getting closer and closer once again. McDermott passing it back across Rob Valentini. Trying to drag it down once again. Marika Korombeti offloads to McDermott inside ball. Back to Korombeti. And the Wallabies are face after face. They're up to 10. Still going for Dave McDermott there. No, it was Michael Hooper. Marika Korombeti close to the line, ladies and gentlemen. Can the Wallabies get themselves over here? Around the side. Taniela Tupou meter short for them once again. And now on the ball. Is it a turnover? No, it's a penalty against the Argentines. I believe it's for the knock on. Rob Valentini. Wide cutout pass. And now it's going to be Samu Karimi outside ball. It's going to be going loose, but it's going back for the penalty as well. Funny talk this one as well, says the girl YouTube. Hi, Amish, your wife as well, says David. No, it is not. It is my mother in that regard.
Yeah. Obviously, need to put your glasses on and stop drinking.
Well, no, it's all right.
Lawn bowls is fun. Used to call it geriatric marbles till I played it. Laugh out loud. Yeah. You got to start playing it early, otherwise, by the time you're retired, your body can't handle it. So
gets a bad rap, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. But we've got a new member at Waimate, and he's only 20. So for all you young ones, and he's very potentially very good. So start it up early if you want to have a fun game. The bar's always open. Yeah.
It's not me, is it? No.
No, it's not Hamish.
We always got their number 4 is England. Not sure why they didn't allow the flag emoji as well. Says Ed, and also Hamish commentary would make any sport worth listening to as well, says Steve Smith. And it looks like James O'Connor here, straight out in front, is going to be taking all the 3 points. Deciding that it is a good opportunity here. She's beautiful as well, says David Russell as well.
As I said.
They love
Put
you.
Your glasses
They
on.
love you in the
Stop
chat,
drinking.
Mumsy. They love you. There we go. Let's get there. Come on, RGs. Pull your ruddy fingers out as well, says Blue Water. Unfortunately, I don't want to say it, but Marcos Crema, he's had 2 penalties that Argentina have had that he's had both of them reversed through just stupidity, unfortunately for him. So he is going to be, surely he's the one who's going off the field here for Argentina in the later stages of this game when he does come back from his yellow card, because they have got on the bench, it's actually going to be Oviedo. You know him.
None the wiser.
Well, he is a loose forward, and he is going to be replacing Marcos Cremas shortly. But straight on in front here, James O'Connor, his first kick since coming back from injury, and has gone straight down the middle. Is Quaid off? He is indeed. They have put Quaid.
Can you see Auntie Elaine in the crowd?
I cannot at the moment. I'm sure she's there somewhere, isn't she? You are a beautiful mum as well. Says it, Katie Dixon there, and it's Quaid even playing. He did play for the first little while, but now he has been taken off the field. A few brain explosions, exactly right, mate. And you can't afford to be doing it in a match that is this important for them. You guys made my mum blush as well, or you made mum blush, says it, Victor.
I blush easy.
Yeah. I turn bright red anytime someone says something in the chat, don't I? A little bit.
Do. Yeah,
Just,
it's a family trait.
It's like a tomato. All of a sudden, mum is an angel. Angel so beautiful as well, says it, Steve Smith.
Thank you.
Okay, Gina now.
Should I get another beer?
Maybe a celebratory beer. The end of this game. Oh, yeah? We'll have to wait and see how you go in the last stage or the later stage of this game. What they also as well. There's the Go YouTube, and also we have got the Tate McDermott inside of the 22, kicking this one high. Going to be a contest in the end. No one's got it, and it's going on the side of Argentina, but he's knocked it on, unfortunately, and it's also a head knock here, and it will be a scrum feed for the Wallabies once again, and as well says great girl, and we need mum and dad on stream as well. Says a Luke, and also we have got Quaiders off. James O'Connor is on. He is indeed his first game back since getting injured. It was a long time ago since we have seen. Just it didn't quite work out in the air there, and it was an awkward fall. Your mum's charming, Hamish, as well. Says it, David.
Where do you think he gets it from?
Am I charming? What do you say? I'm charming. I feel like under pressure.
Nice guy, though.
Nice guy?
Yeah.
I'm single.
You won't be out for too long because you
we
got the
about-
Timaru one and you got the Dunedin one to go have a look
I got a
at
couple
as well.
blind dates. Winston Harlequin's stream mate as well. Says, look, I believe that they are playing. That's a very good question. I think they are playing on Monday morning, if I'm not wrong there. But I could be wrong in that regard. And we have got there, you're going red as well. It's a penalty to Argentina. It is a bit with the lights as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, another blow on the whistle here. And it's going to be an extra 10 here. Marching them forward. That's interesting. That we have the situation right. They're 12 points behind. They can't take the 3. They have to kick it for the corner and go for it. If only the Aussies had their macho spirit that great competitors have as well, says Andrew. And also we have got there, give them a Moko as well. Says rock and rolling and a trolling and penalty goal. Says Katie Dixon there as well in the chat. I do appreciate every single one of you for being here. Kieran had a couple of drinks as well, says Ian. Oh, yeah, he's down, isn't he? He's gone down, unfortunately. Yeah, he has big nights. He'll be back when we are doing our live stream at about 6 a.m.
I thought that said Moro.
I'll give you Mama Moro as well.
Yeah, sorry.
Got Moros on the mind. I haven't had a Moro in ages. Moros, have you even had a Moro in a while?
Not for a while.
I feel like
I was more a crunchy girl. Yeah.
Or luxury flake. You're keen on a luxury flake, aren't you? With your mum there, the popularity is changing to mum as well. Says David Russell. At this stage now, it is going to be going down the middle for Argentina once again. Only a total of 17 minutes left. Audio Montoya getting marched sideways here, marching around with the rolling more. It's broken off. You broke off round the side as the call from the referee, but they still had the penalty for them committing a little bit too early. Wallabies not matching Pumas intensity, says interest, and that's the thing. In these later stages of the match, they are going to be back to 15 men in a very short moment in 2.5 minutes. And from there, Marcos Crema off the field is the best option. Snickers as well is a very good option I see there from Greek, the Sacred Cow. And also we have got there, Don't Smile Mum as well. Says that they get YouTube. I think he's... It's Jeffrey Hamish. If a mug like me can get married, anyone can as well. Says that David. Hamish, your mum. Good too. Thanks very much for letting her come on board. She's mate, my mumsy, or by mumsy as well. And yeah, I feel like it's pretty awesome being able to do a live stream kind of side by side, isn't it?
Yes, Hamish.
Because were you going to watch this whole match originally?
No, I was going to go to bed.
But now, we've been able to hang out for the full kind of hour and a bit that this game's been going. It's going to be a collapse rolling more, I believe. The ball is going to be available, is it? No, it's going to be a scrum feed for the Wallabies due to the ball not coming out. I date you not, as well says the Goo YouTube. To me? Or you're going to date me or my mother? Because either way, I think you're in a little bit of a tricky situation as one of us is married and the other one doesn't leave his lounge and also he is interested in females, you'd say as well.
No, I'm not going to respond.
Yeah. But now you can see there. I think he's being itchy as well. Don't laugh, mum, as well, says the girl YouTube.
Has he been?
I'm not sure. I think he's trying. I'm not sure whether he's trying to wind you up or just trying to test you.
Does he want the?
Was that on camera? Maybe. Might have been just the way up and we always got the account. But why or what cannot be spoken of must be passed over in silence as well.
Exactly.
Says Andrew. Well, that's Marcos Crema. He's warming up like he thinks he's getting a few more minutes in this game. But surely they have to replace him. Cookie time. Oh, cookie time.
I think he's being edgy.
As well, and we always got there. Hey, Hamish, I just asked a friend, your friend Becca, if he was feeling sick, and he told me out as well. Says Timo Tom. So he is not too happy at the moment with this result because he did say that this is going to be an absolute runaway for the Wallabies here.
What?
And he kind of laughed in my face when I said it could be close. But, at this stage, only 12 points difference. If they get 1 or 2 more tries in this game, the Wallabies, at the end of this game, they will be looking decent. But if they don't, Argentina could still be in with a shot of winning this game. And now it's going to be back to Samu Karevi, only a few meters out from his own line here. It's all good. It's all right. Maybe it's contagious. They might have yawned as well. We have got there. Hamish, can you live stream the Ryder Cup and invite your old man into comment as well? The Ryder Cup, that is golf, isn't it? If I'm not wrong there. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe it'll want to come on. A little bit very fun things as well. And we have got there big so cocky mate as well. Says Luke, and also we have got there Love Mum as well. Says the girl YouTube. And also we have got actually Whitkinson said that as well. Ginstein? I can't pronounce that name, but I think it was the one that you said a little bit earlier on, if I'm not wrong there.
No, that's Edenhausen.
Edenhausen, tell you what, they're hard to say.
Oh, is that
indeed.
No, that's not the same.
I don't believe so. If I was yawning, says Quake Girl, and also we have got there, he's not respecting the Pumas as well. I mean, the Pumas are one of those sides, though. They have got the passion. There's a reason that, that's not a great pass, but it's a penalty to the Wallabies once again, and the Pumas just letting them down with the discipline at the moment. Avi's made our Namibians proud. You go Wallabies, South Africa, arrogance costing them dearly as well, says Colvin, and also we have got there in the chat lol from the Guru YouTube. But at this stage, it's going to be...
Who is the Guru YouTube?
It is not the one that you are thinking. It is a different guy. It is the Guru YouTube rather than the Guru as well. I did ask that question in a few live streams a little while ago. I believe he is, I want to say South African, but I could end up getting slapped, so it might be New Zealand. Maybe. Do let me know the Guru YouTube. Why so many less views for this game as well, says Jake Lacey. People just aren't really interested in this match. It was kind of the main event before the prelim, if that makes sense. In that regard, I think next week it will be a quieter first live stream and then a busier second one as well in that regard. And we also got there a rubber dub subbed and liked 2 times, or one for you, one for mum as well. Says the rock and rolling in the trolley, and he's subs in yet. As well, says interest at this stage, Daniela Tupou going to be making his way off the field. That is going to be Tom Robertson replacing him. That man always puts out the shift on the field. Hamish, if you had a pilot's hat on you, you'd look like a captain of the 747 as well. I guess that's a fair point. Maybe we need to get a hat of some sort for kind of hiding the hair.
Yeah, good point.
Could be a good idea. Maybe a Kiwi Lads logo on the front or something. A Pete Samu taking that one as well. So that is another sub that they have made. But on the 22 now, Philadelphia offloads it now to Valentini. The Wallabies only going to be 15 metres out. Pete Samu, great run there. And he has been hard on the tackle by the Argentine defence. They need this ball very soon. Tate McDermott sells a bit of a dummy tackled. In the end, Michael Hooper, I've gone about 4 times in a row. It's like I'm on a roller coaster. But now, going to be Leonard Cattell. Decides to go himself. Didn't quite get up to the 5-metre line. McDermott going short side once again. O'Connor quick hands to Samu Karevi. Almost tackled away. And it's another advantage against Argentina. This is getting hard to watch for the Argentines. They were right in this game. But then every time it happens, they just end up giving away that penalty. We have got there. The Pumas are not easy beats. I'm not sure why he thought it would be a smashing as well and go fish as well. Says the girl YouTube. They are only a couple metres out. Still with the advantage here. James O'Connor passes it back. Research now. Wide ball. It's drawn pass out to Pete Samu. Great defence there from Argentina. Another advantage. Again, unfortunately. It's as if they don't know where the hindmost foot is at the moment. Darcy Swain. Good run forward there from that man, but more than likely the Wallabies with a 12-point lead. If they get the penalty, if they do not score, that is, then another advantage. Once again for them, this is about 5 advantages in a row, and someone is going to the bin very soon for Argentina if they're not careful. O'Connor once again. Argentina at the moment, it is phase after phase, 13 phases they have been on defence for. Is that a new advantage? Surely not. If that is a new advantage, someone is going to the bin 100% here. From Christchurch as well, says the good YouTube, so he is from New Zealand. In that regard, we did indeed. Couple metres short. Someone just got a boot to the face there around the side. Michael Hooper reaching, not able to get there now.
In Melbourne.
In Melbourne. Okay,
So
so it is
close.
Australia as well. O'Connor inside ball, Callaway
I could say
scores
that.
the try.
Yeah,
The
I could
referee
say
has
that
blown the
explains a
whistle.
lot,
No.
but I won't.
That is the third try of the match now
Yeah.
for the Wallabies. And you would think from here that would be the win for them in this game. Just Argentina, the discipline, I say it quite a few times, the discipline let them down. They were right in this match as well, but just it didn't quite work out in that regard. Andrew Callaway able to score that try. He scored quite a few throughout Super Rugby for the Rebels, and also now scoring quite a few for the Wallabies as well. And in that regard, we will have that one Andrew Callaway scoring that try. Kieran is moving by himself and now hiding behind you, Hamish, as well. Is he still moving?
Yeah.
He has moved a little bit more. He keeps on falling over, unfortunately, poor Kieran there.
We enjoyed Melbourne when we were there, didn't we?
We did. It was a nice place, wasn't it?
Enjoyed that.
Would go back.
Would go back for the Boxing Day Test match again.
Maybe Melbourne Rebels game of rugby.
Ooh.
But fancy, and we have got the, you do look like a captain as well, since the good YouTube, and also we have got there 18 plus, please, Australia. So I assume that is for your bet, if I'm not wrong there. And also, bro, if this channel doesn't blow up, you definitely, your devs, or if this channel doesn't blow up, your devs got a future in a rugby commentary as well. Says Charles, thank you very much, mate. Hugely appreciated for what you guys will be in here. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We just finished, prior to this live stream, we were doing a live stream of the All Blacks taking on the Springboks as well.
Rock and Rollins from Denmark.
Denmark as well.
Well, born in Rotorua.
Okay.
So Denmark are opening up their borders too, aren't they? With the
You're heading to Denmark one day. Yep.
oh, I don't know. Sponsored over to Denmark? Who knows?
Sponsored trip to Denmark.
And yeah, Levi, you don't ask people there. Ladies especially, you don't ask them their age.
As well, we've got
We're not going to tell you.
the Crusaders
Rude.
going to be the same with Pablo Matera as well, says Jake Lacey. I know they're losing Fitu Kamakoma Douglas and someone else in that loose forward trio, but I think they will be fine. A perfect flat ball by O'Connor as well. And also, we have got there, thinks it's game over, but you never know. Yeah. Argentina had their opportunity and they unfortunately blew it by giving 2 easy reversal penalties to the Wallabies. But now 27 points to 8 at the moment in this game. Going back, beautiful run there from, it is Len Ikitau, and they're going to link up on the outside. Andrew Callaway, he's got base, does he? Oh, he stepped on the inside 5 meters short here once again. And now get him back up here. Not yet. It is kind of, it should do it by itself, but they have not done it on the interwebs at this stage. But now it's going to be McDermott once again. Now the Wallabies are smelling blood in the water, and they will be trying their best to be able to get themselves 1 or 2 more tries. Running for now, Isaac Rodder. The last thing Argentina need is another offside penalty. And it looks like maybe Alimano might have hurt himself. James O'Connor tries to go himself running into people. James O'Connor there, but he's going to be dragged down a couple meters short. The defense take McDermott, the sniper. Interception there for Argentina, but is it going to be available? Yes, it is. Bertrano passes it back now, only a couple meters out from their line. Isaac Rodder trying to get straight in. That breakdown hasn't got the hands on the ball now, and it is going to be going into touch by the looks of it. Bertrano will be the man clearing the lines, and we also got there. Is this Wallabies? Is the Wallabies Kieran's napping as well? Says Victor, it's the Wallabies Kieran's napping, and also perfect flat ball by O'Connor. I'm watching from Shanghai, China as well. Says
awesome.
Claire. And also 27 to 8 as well in the chat. And also we have got there, and there, Mum, you love me. As well, says the girl YouTube. I tell you what, Andrew Callaway, another great breakaway. Great breakaway for Andrew Callaway. They were close here. And then McDermott sold the big dummy, went himself, and then just couldn't quite find that offload to Rob Valentini. Would have loved to be able to get himself over the line. If Argentina win, I'll shake my eyebrows as well, says Steve Smith. Hey, what?
Yeah.
7.5 minutes left.
Safe bet.
I want to say something. If Argentina score 1 more try, we're going to do something. But I don't think an eyebrow is what's going to be on the line there. But if Argentina score once more, what could it be? What could it be? We need something good, I think. But it is going to be Julian Montoya going off the field. That is nowhere near straight. It's a knock-on advantage, and that is all they're having it for. Okay, now they are saying not straight as well. There's another Argentine player down out the back line. Once again, Emiliano Boffelli taking contact, and that is something that Argentina have done quite a few times, and that's a great counter right there from the Wallabies. If they've been able to get this ball back, it's still available. It's bouncing out the side. Who has got it at the moment? It is going to be in the hands of Len Ikitau, and it's a penalty to the Wallabies once again. Penalty to the middle. Kiwi lad tongue on the run as well, says rock and rolling and trolling. Also, we have got there my old school mate in Germany as a subscriber as well, says David, which is pretty awesome. It was on a page with 700 subs. Now look as well, says that Jake Lacey for a little bit earlier on. I was on this page with 700 subscribers Now a look as well, says Jake. And also we have got there. Did I miss one a little bit earlier on there? Thanks for this from Japan as well.
Yeah.
My feed was so bad. I'm listening to you. Cheers, young fellow, as well, says Ian. And thank you very much for tuning in, mate. We are going to be covering the games next week as well, the rematch between these two sides, and also it will be the All Blacks taking on the Springboks for the second time.
First, aren't we?
No, we are the second game, so it's a prelim and then the main event, I guess you could say in that regard. So it's going to be a 10:05 p.m. kickoff.
Really?
A little bit later on in the night, yeah. Not too bad, though, overall. There's a 5:15 kickoff in the middle of the night tonight that we are going to be covering as well. I only play safe bets as well, says Steve Smith.
Of course you do.
The now Emiliano Boffelli goes across. Smart man, Steve, in that regard there.
Especially with eyebrows.
Yeah, eyebrows are one of those ones that you really don't want to get rid of them, do you? Because they take a while to grow back, but now just inside of his own 22, Pablo Matera has got this ball, so they weren't quite able to retain that one at the line out. Wallabies. Amigo Miotti kicks it back down to the halfway line now. It's going to be now Jordan Pataya skipping sideways, looking for the gap, wrestled to the ground there by Juan Martin Gonzalez. Going back now, Angus Bell, James O'Connor, Karevi on the outside, Kurumbetti linking up, decides to take it on himself, should have passed, had men on the outside. Took contact instead. Reece Hodges actually the one off the field as well. For the mere big tackle there on Isaac Rodder, but now Angus Bell driving forward. Ball bouncing out the back here. Dave McDermott slaps it back to James O'Connor. He sees the space in the middle of the field. Going to be testing that injury with his first one back. Going back now. Flat ball out to Kaitu. Only forwards out on the wing there for the Wallabies, though, so they weren't quite able to get that forward momentum that they were after. Now it's going to be in the hands of Tom Robertson, tackled by it will be Guido Petty, like they are saying, the bonus point on the line here for the Wallabies. If they don't score one more time, they will not receive a bonus point in this game. Dave McDermott once again goes back. James O'Connor, Marika Conobetti, flat ball, knock on as well, I believe it was. So now it's an advantage to Argentina. 5 minutes left in this game. And now at this stage, passing it out the back line very nicely. Emiliano Boffelli taking that one. It's still available there. You are still reading the chat, I believe. If I'm not wrong, just someone say something. I create as a commentator dude as well, says Floyd. And also, we have got the agree, says Giles. And if the Pumas score, the left side of your Tash has to go, says Blue Otter. Oh, no. That would be sad. I'd just be a one stash-sided wonder, I guess you could say in that regard. That's not a good backline. I almost was considering taking it there because of the fact that Argentina just aren't looking strong. But I think at this stage it is no deal. Yeah, and we have got the hey mum. I hope your garage isn't full of boxes of Lawnmower Manscaped 4.0 products as well, says David.
Luckily not.
No, just the one. Just the one at this stage. They did only send the one in that regard. A little off there.
Can I hear them in the middle of the night? Not very often because we have these things called doors. You can shut them.
And I'm on the other side of the house, aren't I, in some regards?
And
so luckily I drown kind of.
We're an L-shaped house, so he's in one corner and in the other. So.
Oh, that's a bad pass. Oh, a little bit of skill there from Samu Karev, becoming an otter. He was able to balance the ball on his head for a little while there. You didn't quite understand that reference.
Mum's favourite music. Oh, the oldies.
Oh, yeah, let's go there. This is a rocking commentary. Thanks, man. And beautiful. And you're beautiful. And your beautiful sister too, signing off as well, says Andrew. And so get KFC to the Guru YouTube.
Thanks, Andrew.
Like they are saying, clever work from that man to be able to balance this ball, or the ball, I guess I should say, on his head. Very impressive indeed. But nonetheless, it is going to be now going back for the Wallabies. Look at that. So I agree with just holding that ball up on the forehead. And we almost got there, by the way. You look so like you so look like your mother, as well as Ian Webb.
You wouldn't say that if you saw his father.
Wouldn't you?
No. You're a good mixture, but I think you're more your dad's side.
And we have got there also ABs will win it all as well, says the Guru YouTube, and does Hamish still leave dishes in his room? Luckily,
not allowed to eat in his room.
No, well, I mean, it's just one of those ones I don't think I want to either.
No.
You know, it's so far away from the kitchen in terms of the house. Like the lounge is kind of next to the kitchen. And so if I was to eat in my room, I have to go around the L, you know? It sounds like we've got like a mansion, but we don't. It's just an L shape. So you end up kind of, I guess, a 20-meter hallway or something like that.
Yes.
Something along those lines. Kind of, oh, that's a nice inside ball till he dropped it. And now it's going to be another knock on, and it will be the scrum feed.
What would you recommend if I went to Omedi? Come and see us and we'll give you a guided tour.
Yeah, there's about three things to look at in there.
Oh, no, there's more than that. It's the White Horse, the silos, the park.
The park?
The pub.
The pubs. That's a good location as well. And it's got there, are you 30s or 40s? as well, says Levi.
I'll just laugh on that one.
And also we have got the BKRs going off at people for having an opinion. So says like, and also we have got the I'm not ready for clicks to go back as well. Says it was quite good as well from Jake. Clocks go forward tonight, do they?
Unfortunately, yes.
Oh,
1 o'clock. Sorry.
Wait a minute.
I'll get an extra day though.
Oh,
you got to watch your timing there.
That's interesting because I had a game that was going to be starting at 3 a.m. But now I guess that becomes, before times 2 a.m. But when do they go for? 1 a.m. is it?
2 a.m. I think it is.
2 a.m. and the game's at 3. So does that mean it's at 2? Really?
You'll just have to watch what?
Does it mean?
I don't know. Just have a look.
Does it mean that because that's the thing, it might overlap if that's the case. Depending on that, I'm kind of leaning up against the wall half off the screen at the moment.
Yeah.
Feels quite nice. I think your mum might agree that the music today is pretty lame as well, said David. And also, I didn't know that one extra hour sheep, one extra hour of sleep as well. Says Steve Smith and forward as well. Says great girl. And also we have got there GG Aussie. Is Hamish a beast mum? I think so. He does the whole chart as well.
What does that mean?
The whole chart. Not sure about chart, but I believe it's in terms of the whole competition. We'll go with that.
Okay.
Yeah. Would you say what was the one here? Would you say Hamish is a beast? Say I'm a beast, mum.
I don't want to say something that's going to get me into trouble.
Oh, okay.
Am I allowed to say, as your mother, that you're a beast?
I'm a bit of a beast, you know.
Oh, yeah?
A bit of a beast, yeah.
Okay.
I grow a mustache in about 3 years, you know.
Yeah, it takes you a while.
Yeah, it does. I'll head to my meeting so I can do a live stream with you, says George. And also we have got there who's playing.
You can be a
Argentina.
Celebrity guest.
Celebrity guest as well.
Or a fan. Just a Kiwi Lads fan.
And clocks go forward at 2 as well.
Yeah.
Says Jake. So that would be really at 2, it becomes 3. So I think I've got a live stream at 2 as well.
We ain't got an airport, mate.
Yeah, we would have to go. You'd have to go about half an hour up the road or so. You'd be able to get your KFC and whatnot on the way, though.
But that's not
in
an
that regard.
international airport either.
No. So now it is going to be 18 minutes. The front rows go down here. It's going to be full time. The Wallabies don't receive the bonus point, and the referee, the Argentine player just throws the ball into the ref. Full time here. 27 points to 8 for them in this one, but they did not receive that bonus point, but they will move up to second on the championship now. And Hamish, you're a legend, brother. I'm drunk, and I think you're a legend as well, says Tesla. Also, we have got there all my 3 teams won today. Woo, Panthers, Demons, and also the Wallabies get Richie to chopper you in as well, says he. And of course, Richie McCaw in that regard. Chopper rides with Richie, eh? Have him land in the backyard.
They can land at the farm.
That's true. A little bit of a paddock there. Are your mum fun as well? Yeah, that is true. I'm sure Richie's time is valuable in that regard. But at this stage, I feel like the Wallabies, would they be disappointed with this performance, or do you think they'd be pretty? I think they'd be pretty happy with the fact that they have been able to win this game. They didn't get the bonus point, but they didn't need to, really. They needed to just get that win there.
You weren't really watching it much, though, were you?
It wasn't a lot of engaging stuff that was happening. There was a lot of drop balls and a lot of penalties, which kind of leaned to a lot of stop-start throughout that one as well. But for anyone who is wondering what other games I am going to be covering on the channel a little bit later on, it is going to be the game between the Wasps and the Bristol Bears. We might be doing it at 3 a.m. That is going to be Stephen Luatua's team. You know him?
Oh, yeah.
And also Brad Shields.
Oh, is he playing?
Yeah, he's going to be for the Wasps alongside Malachi Fekatoa in that back line. So I'm excited for that one. Got a few Kiwis scattered throughout those games. And that is going to be the first game we're covering. Then the second is going to be at 5:15 a.m. And that is going to be the game between, it will be Leinster and the Bulls. And then the third game that we are going to be covering at 7:45, just to keep on powering through, it is going to be the game between Munster and the Sharks.
Tomorrow morning.
Yeah, we're going right through the night for these ones. So good game, boys, as well. And we have got there from Big Sport. That was absolutely horrific. I'm going to legitimately slaughter that pathetic performance on the podcast as well there.
Take a chill pill.
I almost got there, so stupid. And then from Steve Smith, and I got just realised that there's one less hour of sleep as well. Man of the match, best try of the game. Rate both teams' performances overall 1 to 5. As well, says Ed Vogel. I would say best try of the game. I want to say it was probably Reece Hodge's one, the first try of the match, because of the fact he was able to break the line. But then Andrew Kellaway also did a decent job with his try, but it was only a couple metres out. So I will say that it is Reece Hodge's try that I am going to be going to. So dedicated Hamish, mad props as well, says great. the sacred cow. In terms of the best or the man of the match, Samu Kerevi. I'm going Samu Kerevi. I feel like he was the main player on that Wallaby side who was actually able to keep the continuous go forward. Didn't make too many errors either throughout that one as well. And we have got the Go the Wallabies as well from Luke. And also, settle down, young man, says Dewa Todd. Also, we have got the I Do Bet next bro as well. Mo as well, says the girl YouTube. And also, big you are good regardless as well, says this. And also, a win is a win, but the Wallabies could have done better as well, says Sammy Sosa. And I think Argentina will feel the same way in terms of the one point of the game that they really started to build up that momentum in terms of just being able to fight back. They had 2 penalties, and both of them were reversed from Marcos Crema just not being smart. Ended up getting himself a yellow card for 10 minutes as well. So the team were a man down, which did make it very tough for him as well. That was fun as well, says the girl YouTube. And yeah, we are going to have plenty more live streams coming in the next little while. Thanks, Katie and Kiwi Mum. Or sorry, thanks, Hamish and Kiwi Mum for the stream as well. In the chat from Katie Dixon. And at least we will look through some quick stats about this game. See who had the most tackles. There are indeed. And we also got the in the chat. It was absolute pleasure to have you on Hamish's stream, Mum. I hope it's not the last time my bourbon is starting to kick in as well, says David. We also got the Wallabies have been looking sharp these past few weeks. They are adapting as well, says Cesar, and I bet Mum go Richie as well, says the YouTube, and give Mumsy a hug for us, Hamish as well, says Ray Mantis. I feel like there is a hug. Oh, come on. You want a hug? Oh, I have a hug. They can see the back of my hair, which isn't ideal, because I can see how bad it is.
That's why you should get a haircut.
I probably should. And also, Wallabies building up something nice as well. Thanks, Hamish. And please have your mum on again as well, says Great Girl. And also, we have got the I Bet Mum, Go Richie as well. I much love Mumsy. See you on here again. And also, we have got the better performances next time for the Wallabies against the same opponent next week, despite the win as well. Cheers, Hamish. Or cheers, Kiwi fam. Another stream etched in gold as well. It says Steve Smith and all in the chat as well. But nonetheless, I hope to see you guys for the next thing that the next stream that we are going to be doing in only a short little while. It's going to be at around, I want to say it's 3 hours time, but I believe it will actually be 2 hours time because the clocks go forward. So yeah, I believe it will be a 2 a.m. start before the clocks go forward, if that makes sense. All of a sudden we become 3. That's going to be a very tricky game to work out the time as well. And we have got the chat from David. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Mumsy. Thanks, Mumsy, as well.
Thanks,
says Ray Mantis. Yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy the live stream, but looking through some of the stats as well for this one, bloody brilliant 2 hours. Let's do it again. Respect and thoughts to you both, Kia Kaha as well, says Rock and Roll and Troll, and thank you very much, mate. Do appreciate that a lot. 3 tries in this game, so they weren't able to get the bonus point here, the Wallabies, but they had 602 meters carried compared to the 187 for the Pumas. Then also defenders beat them 30-9, clean breaks 10-0. Pumas didn't have a single clean break in this game. They made 152 tackles, the Pumas, 31 missed and 100 made by the Wallabies, and it was 11 missed in the end for them. Their penalties conceded 10 against the Pumas, 13 against the Wallabies. I'm not sure whether or not that is correct completely, but I think it was also those drop ball stats that really were kicking in as well. Reece Hodge having a decent game at fullback, having the 3rd most running meters, 12 carries, 2 defenders beating 1 clean break with 77 running meters there. Andrew Kellaway up to 85, 5 defenders beating 3 clean breaks, and then Samu Kerevi, 14 carries, 90 meters, 6 defenders beaten, 2 clean breaks. Also, then looking through Argentina, only really Emiliano Boffelli being able to reach 44. And then also, tell you what, Lucio Cinti, he had 9 carries, 6 defenders beaten as well.
Which game is the next stream?
Which game is the next stream? It will be the Bristol Bears taking on the Wasps, and it will be just prior to the United Rugby Championship game that will be taking place between, it will be Leinster and it will be the Bulls. So that's a big game.
Mm-hmm.
2 powerhouses indeed. Please and thank you as well.
No,
you'll be sleeping, won't you?
Yes.
At that stage. And so it will be 12 a.m. Australian time, says Luke. I believe so, if I'm not wrong there, depending on how it changes, because, of course, then we will be, does Australia go forward back an hour as well, don't they?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's a tricky one. But whenever it is, you will be able to get that notification if you are subscribed to the channel. And, yeah. We will see how it goes as well. Cheers, Hamish and Mama. I'll see you guys on the next one. Love to all in the chat. Once again, GG to the All Blacks and Australia as well, says Tesla. And also we have got there, congrats Wallabies. When is the rugby podcast? That will be coming out on the Wednesday on Spotify, and also on, it will be Apple Podcasts and anywhere you get your podcast. It is the pinned comment. And also, and there is, if you want access to exclusive emojis on the channel, it will be the match, or sorry, it will be the $5 New Zealand membership a month and help support the channel as well by Mum. But Mum won the day as well, says rock and roll in Australian. For Mum, roses red, violets are blue. Some poems rhyme and others don't. Is this Ian Curtis?
Yes, I was reading it before. Yeah, cheers, mate.
That's good there. Sorry, Hamish. Those Pommy teams aren't my thing. Plus, I'm pissed as well. Says David. So perhaps the game a little bit later on for the United Rugby Championship could be on your radar, although it will be about 5:15 a.m. So if you have been drinking, it will be very tough to stay up at that stage. The winner today is Mum as well. Steve Smith, and also we have got this. So what happens with the rankings? Does the Springboks drop below Australia? Not quite. I believe there will still be around maybe 4 points difference between them. So the Wallabies still need to win about their next 3 games, I believe, and the Springboks would have to lose around that next 3 to be able to drop, kind of switch around in that regard. But they've pretty much secured themselves 3rd place in that regard up until, unless Argentina get a massive win last week, they are going to be staying in 3rd for a little while. Australia is a number 1 as well, says Jolly. And also thanks, Hamish, for the comments. Commentary, as always, brother. Thanks, Mum. Have a great day. I have a great having you on as well, says Ray Mantis. It was indeed. And no, Queensland goes 1 hour ahead as well. And thanks for bringing your mum around. Oh, about time, mate, as well, says George there. And nonetheless, I think we are going to be at the end of this live stream. Do appreciate every single one of you for being here. 18 tackles made by Santiago Medrano was the leading in terms of the tackles. But other than that, not really any huge numbers out there on the field. 11 for Rob Valentini and 10 for Isaac Rodder and Matt Phillip. And unless I do thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And we will see you all for the next one.